Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. Good Lord, it's Tuesday already, which means I'm officially allowed to drink. I'm not allowed to drink on Mondays. You know, it's culturally unacceptable. Plus, Lionheart drinks enough for both of us on Mondays. Tuesday, he slows down a little bit so that I can partake also. There's a very symbiotic relationship in our drinking, but goddamn, it's good to be here. I am not starting off tonight without a drink. Raise a glass, my fine feathered friends. It's Tuesday. What better reason to drink? Remember, around here you can only drink in days that end in the letter Y, and that means today, because today ends in the letter Y. Drinking it right now. I'm drinking it, baby. Oh, good Lord. Nightbot's gifting away here, and how he's going. Everybody can hear me. Everybody can say, there we go. KG, Trash for Life. Mrs. Four Watton skipping me right over. No drinking. Thank you, Mrs. Four, for not acknowledging the drink. Thanks, sweetheart. Guess I'm drinking alone tonight. I can have 50 other people raising a glass in here, like Alan, Magsy. Everybody's raising a glass, but Mrs. Four Watton didn't raise a glass. Hurts my feelings and shut the whole show down. Everybody, let's put the show down. What are you doing here? I got the kid's dog. Go on. I'm doing a live stream. Go, pup. He's climbing on me. Oh, all right. I saw it go by. Mrs. Four raised the glass. We don't have to kill the lights. We can continue, everybody. Oh, good God. Good golly, Miss Molly. Would you please go? I'm doing a live stream. Go. Go, Raker, go. That damn dog's sniffing my hands, and you can smell the sandwich that's sitting over there. Yeah. So much stuff going on. Yeah, USA, we won the soccer match today, yeah. Kicked the shit out of Iran. I think it was 1-0, but we won. I was actually having lunch, kind of an embarrassing moment. I was having lunch with Janek's mom, and I'm trying to talk to her. We're having this deep conversation. We haven't gone out to lunch alone in a long time, so we're sitting there at our favorite place to go right now is a Crest Bar and Grill, and she's looking over my shoulder the whole time. I'm like, what the fuck? She goes, just want to make sure that we kick Iran's ass. I'm like, well, could you just, she's like, and then when they won, she didn't hear a thing I said. I'm in the middle of talking about some serious shit, and she's like, well, we won. That's all that matters. Fuck them. And then we were back to talking. Now she got time for me now that the soccer match is over. And, of course, you always got some dude in the bar going, it's football. No, it's not. And I know I get that same thing all the time. There's actually a cool commercial out, and it shows somebody put together who was it? Gen X mom. Who was it? Was on that football soccer commercial that was so cool. Peyton Manning and Beckham. You know, the soccer guy and the football guy, and they're making fun of it and they're teasing back and forth about football versus soccer. I'm all right with that. I don't give a shit. I just, I take the arrogant American point of view and plant my flag firmly. And football is football. And and they, I love these guys. They're, well, you don't understand. Said, well, the soccer is played with your foot all the time, and it's football. And you call it football, and you very rarely kick the ball. You very rarely use your feet with the ball. Only when you're punting, only when you're kicking. It's not even 1% of the game. And when they get all done with their explanation, I just sit there and go, yeah, fuck it. American football's football. Thanks for the lecture. Fun fact, Freddie. I'm just telling you, I'm allowed to have the arrogant American attitude, and I don't give a shit anymore. It's football, okay? It's just how it is. Do you have a Super Bowl? No, you have a World Cup. World Cup could be anything. I'm not disparaging the term World Cup, but I mean, that could be like a jock strap with a cup on it for the world's biggest giant. It could be a Cyclops 90 feet tall, and he's wearing a jock strap. Somebody looked up and said, Jesus Christ, that is a world-sized cup. Or a World Cup, isn't that what they race for in the ocean too? Don't they have a World Cup in like sailing when you sail a boat really fast? Isn't that like a World Cup or something too? I don't know. We got a Super Bowl. It's fucking super, man. Now you got the world. Super. When you have superheroes, they're superheroes. They're not world heroes. Superman is Superman. He's not world man. He's Superman. Need I say more? We went from grocery stores to supermarkets. Why? Because they're super. That's just all. This is how it is. Now you guys know. Now that I've educated the masses, we can drink again and continue. Fuck. All right. So just remember, for those of you that are new, I have a monitor over here to my left, probably to your right, my left, and I have Gen X Mom between the sheets over here so I can read what's going on. Between the sheets is Google Docs, Google Sheets. I make it sound more sexual because, well, this is the kind of guy I am, but really she's just over here. And what she's doing is she's screenshotting all the cool comments and questions and things. And so if you say something and you think I missed it, because when I'm talking here, I can't read what's going on here. Remember that when I'm talking here, I can't read this. So if you think I missed something, just hang on. If it was cool, if it was relevant, or it was something to get me going, she'll put it in between the sheets and then I'll read it. Now, I do have to say something. You guys know we have moderators. Lionheart, anybody swinging a blue wrench is a moderator. Two Bear is the latest addition to our moderator status. And I've heard Gen X Mom cuss out many a moderator for many a reason. And Two Bear got cussed out by Gen X Mom, to me, not to him. She never said shit to Two Bear. She loves Two Bear. But she loves when you guys, every now and then, when there's an insightful comment. You know that. Okay. So, and you guys would do that too. Allie, we used to be, when Allie from Boston was between the sheets, it was her favorite thing to pull up controversial shit that people would say in the comments, and she'd put it on there and she'd go look at the comments, go look at the sheets, go look in the sheets, because she wanted me to pick a fight. So, in keeping with that spirit, Gen X Mom kind of does the same thing, where she'll pick a comment. Well, Two Bear erases that shit. As a moderator, he erases them and erases them quickly. Like, I ain't starting that shit. You don't talk that way to the general. Fuck that. You talk that way to the general. Fucking. And so he's erasing that shit as fast as she can copy and paste it. And she's like, what the fuck is he doing? I go, hey, Two Bear is the sergeant at arms. He's looking out for me. That's what's going on here. We have a representative who's looking out for me. She gets pissed. She goes, I like stirring up shit. And I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe we should just have a nice, easy conversation. Maybe we can have a live stream without any controversy. No. So Two Bear's swinging that wrench and trying to squash everything down and keep things on an even keel. And here comes Gen X Mom going, motherfucker, don't erase that shit. Oh, my God. So just letting you know, Two Bear got a little reprimand, even though he didn't know about it. I got the reprimand. I was supposed to give Two Bear a talk about, now, Two Bear, let me sit you down and let you know how this shit goes. And how that reprimand actually went was, hey, Two Bear, you're doing a good job, buddy. For Christ's sake, there's so much stuff to talk about. Oh, God, I don't even know where to begin. I don't know if this is going to be a 9-hour show. We could be on autopilot by the time this is done. By the time we're done, there might only be 4 people left in here, just me and 4 other people just on autopilot trying to get through it. It could be, I don't know. There's so much bizarre shit that happened in the world and in my life lately that it is a plethora of fucked upness, let me tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me jump over between the sheets. Cody Armstrong found you on TikTok. Love your content. First time watching you live. Cody, hang out, my man. It's like a first date. You just sit there, I'll do all the work. Sissy Pool. He'll play on Deadpool. I'm guessing Sissy Pool. Welcome, I'm an extra. Well, my man or my girl or I don't know. It's unclear at this time. Sissy Pool, do me a favor. Stand up, pull down your trousers, tell me what you see. I need to know if you're a man or a woman. That'll help me out a ton. Nick Cox, hey, yo, happy holidays. I love y'all's videos and hope you have a good season. In all honesty, I want a picture of your dad flipping me off. Nick Cox, we can do that. All you have to pay is $1 for the postage. Just email genxmom@genxtalks.com. I'll make that happen, buddy. I'll even sign it right to you. Nothing I like better than flipping off a total stranger who deserves it. And if you asked for it, you fucking deserve it. Mike Hall, hello, all you great Gen X people from, I'm going to fuck up that name, Blenheim, New Zealand. Dude, you got to be up very early in the morning. I like that. Mike Hall checking us out from New Zealand. Cool cat. Everybody from the down under area. Do you get insulted if someone's from New Zealand and you say down under? Is down under just Australia? Does anybody know? Or does that like include everyone in that general vicinity? Like if you're Tasmania or something and I said down under, someone's going to get pissed, aren't they? I'm just asking. That is a world question. I should have waited for the world show. Shameless plug for the World Show. Mondays and Fridays on YouTube at 10 a.m. is the World Show, where we talk about politics and shit going on. Where? Well, around the world. Okay. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama, was timed out by Trippy Pineapple. Well, Sammy Joe, I've told you not to come in here running around half naked, swinging the girls where they're not supposed to be. You're going to cause, this is a family show, goddammit, and you need to adjust yourself accordingly. Okay? Where it's not all speed racer around here. It's just not. What do we got? Phil Reith, member for 3 months. I'm an extra. I think it's Reith, right? Phil Reith? Could be. Eric Rick, member for 5 months, bottom of the Glass Nation. Ahoy, and may the Schwartz be with the General and the Legion of X. That was to all of us. And everybody who's a Generation Extra knows what the Schwartz is. We those shows aren't allowed anymore. You know, Mel Brooks stuff is out. Trippy throws in $2 just to see who the $2 whore is or the $2 whiskey. Yeah, I'm pissed about that too. I got the same lecture that Elon Musk got. Can you believe that? I called Elon today after that, and I said, dude, I got the same shit you got. He was like, no fucking way. We'll get to that in a minute. If I forget, remind me, Mrs. Four. Ryan Smith, $2, checking out to see who the $2 whore is. This is really hard to read. Daniel Velasquez, member for 8 months. He's an extra. Daniel, thanks for hanging out for that long. As soon as Daniel Velasquez, as soon as his medication wears off, he won't be around anymore. He'll wake up from his medication. Go, what the fuck am I doing? I'm a member of what? Now turn that shit off. Come on now. Eric Rick, $1 putting in to see who the $2 whore was. For $1, he cheated. You still owe the jar a buck, man. Spook 5.56. NATO, let's hear you chat about our effing prime minister in Kenya banning semi-automatic guns. Yeah, he bans everything under the heading of national safety and security. And he took away that deal where you guys couldn't even sell guns back and forth. What a black market for guns is going to be up there. I'm telling you, I'm not going to go sideways on that, dude. We can save that for the political show, which is the World Show, shameless plug, 10 a.m. Mondays and Fridays on YouTube, shameless plug. John Stancato. Hello, Gen X family. First time I've watched the live chat, waving hi from Northeast Ohio. God bless you all, and happy holidays. John, the same to you. And you can say happy holidays, and around here, we can even say Merry Christmas. Why? Because we love to. Loud one. Kiwis are from New Zealand, otherwise known as sheep fuckers. Really, down under is Australia and Tasmania. So you call them a Kiwi if they're from... Is that an insult? Because that sounds kind of insulting. I don't think I would want to say that. Saying down under, I know it's Australian, but I just kind of meant, well, I know what a globe looks like. We all have a globe in our house, and Australia's down under. It's at the bottom of the globe. I mean, everyone has a globe in their house except Lionheart, but we all know what down under means. Oh, Eric Rick, another $1. There you go. Now we're all cut up. Eric Lionheart, OG, put in 99 cents for no particular reason at all. And I, ladies and gentlemen, my fine feathered friends, I'm caught up between the sheets. All right. Yeah, let me get out. I wrote my book. I wrote down all my book of lies and stories today. Where am I here? Is that the one? It is the one. Okay. So, first of all, let me go back on the record book here. You guys all know we're going to Vegas. I am not putting up the Vegas picture again. For those of you who have bought tickets, and tickets are getting close to being sold out, the main event is free. In Las Vegas, January 13th, 14th, and 15th. The main event, the main meet and greet, you just got to show up at the Red Rock Hotel. It's Friday, like at 5 p.m., I think. That's free. We're just hanging out, having some drinks, talking, taking pictures, shaking hands, and telling lies. That's what we're doing. You can go to that one for free. We'll do that one. But the special event after the main event requires a ticket. And to make sure that people do not just like copy and paste these things, we actually ordered some real tickets. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a real ticket. And over here, we can write your name and sign it. So unless you can do the name and sign it, and the tickets are all numbered 1 through 1,000, then because there's thousands of people attending this event, no, there's not. The real ticket, and it's a real souvenir, and you can really hang on to it. And we got these in the mail, so they're going to start going out to everybody, and you'll get a real one. And I don't have a good picture of it, so you're just going to have to trust me. This is the gig. So everybody who's buying the tickets gets one of those in the mail. If you don't have your ticket, it's going to be a hard time getting in. Yeah, tough gig, but there it is. So What happened today was that the dumb part of today was we went to the print shop, stuff that we can't do here. We can't embroider. We don't have an embroidery machine. Although we do have a sewing machine, but I don't think that Gen X mom would want to. She's so busy. So we went down to make staff shirts. So when we show up in Las Vegas, we have staff shirts with our name on them because I look so much like everyone that I doubt you guys would recognize me without my name written on my shirt, or so the story goes. So I go in there because Gen X mom's like, do you want to sit in the car or do you want to go in with me? I'm like, I don't fucking go in there with you. She says, well, I'm going to be making some decisions here. And I'm, all right, if you're going to make decisions, I'll go. So we go in there, and she literally works with this girl for like 30 minutes. Might have been 25 minutes, but it was the better side of 30. And I finally stopped, and I'm like, what are you two doing? This is just, you're ordering like 6 shirts. This is not a big fucking deal. So while she's figuring this shit out for half an hour, I walk over, and I think the girl's name was Monica. Yeah. Nice girl, very pleasant girl. And they were Gen X mom and her working it out. I got pictures of it somewhere because I was so fucking bored. Anyway, so I just walked over to this other dude. Gen X mom, what was the dude's name? Eros. Yeah. Eros. I'm like, dude, that's a cool name. Is that like the god of thunder or the Greek god of biscuits? I mean, there was when your name's Eros, that's something. And the dude says, well, it's the Roman god of love or something. Yeah. I said, yeah, dude, don't just make something up. I mean, it's like killer sharks or something. The Greek god of shark hunting, or he's like, no, it's love. It's love and heart. He told me this. He goes, it's the Roman version of Cupid. I'm like, yeah, that'd be pretty good with the chicks, though. And he goes, yeah, it really works with the girls. I'm like, all right. So I just said, look, I want these type of shirts. And I walked him over and said, give me like 6 of those. And now I'm going to tell you, I want to know how much they are per shirt. And I'm going to tell you a size and a name. And if I tell you that if there's the size is scrawny, little, wimpy, and squeaky, and I want the name on it to be Low Torque, he got it. If I said the size is called Jolly Green Fuck, and we want to put the name Lionheart on it, he got it. I said, we're done. 15 minutes. We're done with the whole process. I was ready to leave. In fact, I did leave. I went out and sat in the car. I said, you guys can talk all you want. I'm already done. This because women even is amazing to me. You're just in there. You're going in. You already know what you want. You know what you're going to get. You just want to discuss the availability, the price, and how soon. And they're in there being women about staff shirts with names. They're like, well, what about this color with this stripe? What about that color with this stripe? Well, that won't go and this won't go. And then Gen X mom, I'm not wearing a polo. Women do not wear polos. I'm not wearing a polo. I'm like, why can't you just fit in and wear one like it? No, I'm going to get my own shirt. I'm the only woman on staff right now, and I need to stand out. I go, you're going to stand out? You got tits. You're going to stand out. Just grab a shirt and no. And then they hold it up. What does it look like in the light? What does it look like in the daylight? Let's walk outside. And then I hold this up to my purse and my clothes, and you hold it up to yours. Fuck! I said I'm going out in the car, and I did. And I come out, and she goes, okay, they're gonna email me the price and all this. And we aren't even half an hour out. We were gonna go grab some lunch, which is that other story I told you with the World Cup game. And the email comes through, and I get it first, and I'm like, it was almost $700 for fucking shirts. And I go, what did you do? And she goes, well, I had to get for all the staff, I had to get a polo shirt, and then I had to get a dress shirt. What if they want to wear the polo shirt to an event, but they want to wear a dress shirt to dinner? And it's like, and then I wasn't sure about the size, so you got 2 shirts, and then Lion got 2 shirts. Because what if they don't fit? I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? We don't have $700 to do this shit. I pulled the kibosh on that right fucking there. I go, I'll take care of this from here. I called my boy Eros and said, okay, here's the gig, man. There's like 6 shirts. This is what it is. If they don't fit, we're doing the best we can. We got their sizes. If they don't fit, tough shit. They can hang it up in their study or wash their cars with it. I don't care. This is it. Got it down to a respectable number, but she's got outer wear and dinner wear. What the fuck is she thinking? It's just women, chicks, man, chicks. And that's what the whole conversation. That's why it took so long. They had to pick evening attire. I'm like, well, why don't you just get a tuxedo and put the big Gen X Talks logo on the fucking back with some coattails? She looked at me for half a second like, could I? No, you can't do it. God, you know what? Fuck it. You guys wonder why I drink? It's shit like this. absolute shit like this, okay? We are an island of misfit toys. We are the bottom of the glass nation. If I was sitting here in a bar with all you guys and I held up and said, "Hey, everybody, listen up. We're getting a few staff shirts. Anybody want to pony up for $700?" You guys would all be laughing your asses off right along with me. Don't act like I'm stupid. I'm not. That was the most goddamn America. All right. So, yeah, where's my list? We had stuff. That's how everybody, bottom of the glass nation. Let's understand that I nipped that one in the bud right away. And you don't know what nipping something in the bud means? Fuck, how did you get on here? Didn't Two Bear check you at the door? I'm just using Generation X terminology. This is English. If you don't know what nipping something in the bud means, leave, go look it up on Google and watch a video or something. But when you come back, could you please sit at the little kid table? I really don't have time to sit and explain every piece of terminology, every fucking show. I'm just talking, I'm just saying stuff that's coming to mind, and then all of a sudden I got to stop for some of you to go, "Wait a minute, what do you say? Nip something in the bud? This is a nip. Is that a Chinese slur?" No, it's about cutting, dumbass. Nipping. There's Nip-X pliers and cutters and fuck. I'm not gonna explain myself to you. Oh my God. Yeah, so I don't like to beat a dead horse here. And maybe I should go to the sheets before I tell you about this. I got to recap a little bit because I got hundreds of emails because of the World Show on Monday. Did you guys see that yesterday's show at 10 a.m.? The first 30 minutes, I don't know how many of you were there, but man, did it spark a full overstuffed inbox of opinions from people. We'll talk about that in a second. Insurmountable Cali Cat, $2 to the new member of the $2 Make You Holla Club. Got $2 to make you holla. Loud one. Calling them a sheep farker is an inside joke. Oh, okay. They're called Kiwis because of the animal kingdom. The animal known as a Kiwi. She copies these so small, it's really hard to read them, you guys. Ringo Satire, now it's a strip club. Sissy Pool. Now here we go. Remember, Sissy Pool joined. I didn't know if he was a man or a woman on that. Sissy Pool, I'm a 6'10", 500-pound man. Thanks for asking, and I've had the name Sissy Pool for 17 years. Holy shit. Remind me never to fuck with you for any reason on any level. And I will write and keep in my back pocket a 3-part apology should I cross the line inadvertently, sir. Tomash is in here, my general, for $6. I can't read. It says US, or us. I'm not sure if he's happy about the United States or if he just wants him and I to be buddies. Anytime you guys see Tomash coming around here, he is our number one guy over in Israel. He picks up a weapon and stands a post on the eastern border. He's the guy. He's the reason you're safe. He's the reason people east of him don't attack us. He's the one guy on the wall for the bottom of the glass nation of Legion of X, one of the Island of Misfit Toys extras guarding us 24 hours a day. The dude never sleeps. He never sleeps. He stands there protecting us. Yeah, the rest of you, you're welcome because of him. All right. Oh, there we are. Ringo Satire, now it's a strip club. I got that one. Loud one. I think we need another drink while we wait for them to learn that one, General. Make it a mic check. I might make it a mic check moment. What else we got here? David Queenan, $5. General, just wanted to let you know that the beard is looking sharp. What a stud muffin. Now, David, as much as I appreciate those words coming from you, it would have been better coming from a chick. I'm just saying personal interest. I'm not demeaning your words or the fact that you noticed that I am a handsome individual. I understand that. But thank you for the compliment. Thank you for noticing. We are still growing the beard. There's the fake reason is we're not cutting the beard or the hair until the studio is built. And the other reason is because Mrs. Forwatton, for some reason, likes the beard. So I'm letting it grow in. And once it's grown in, then I'm going to start trimming it a little bit, shaping it a little bit. No. I got some moves, baby. I haven't shown you the moves yet, but they're coming. The Ace Jumpman, $10 for the whiskey fund. My man, to Loud One and Ace Jumpman, and then we'll continue with the story. Okay, so finish the sheets. I'm getting yelled at. All right. Stevie, oh my God, first live stream. I love your family. Stevie, hang out, man. Just chill for a little bit. You can just, if people are making fun of you for watching, just turn the screen down, but put it in your ear. Everything will be good. Mrs. Fort Watton, we all agree with David. Stud muffin. Whoa. The longer this beard gets, the deeper my voice gets, the more forthright Mrs. Fort Watton has becoming. You know what she's doing right now? She used to sit. Mrs. Fort Watton used to sit on her porch with a big mason jar of peach shine that she made in her still back in the very corner of her 15 acres. And now you can see Mrs. Ford, she's looking at me, and you got the voice going on and the beard going on and the temperament that I am exuding. Can you just imagine Mrs. Ford, one of those girl moves where she's twirling her hair like this? She's just doing one of these while she's watching. You got that? Like her husband's going to walk up behind her and slap her hand, go, hey, don't twirl your hair while you're watching him. Don't do that. For Christ's sake. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, you're ridiculously handsome. I'd love to see your moves. Well, Disney Mama Sammy Joe, I got to let you know something. At my size, my age, my weight, and my failing bone structure, to quote Toby Keith, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. And the laughter from Gen X Mom's office indicates she might not agree with that assessment. All right, so if you guys saw the World Show, it's important. I started with a rant, a fucked up rant, kind of, and I'm not going to recap the whole thing. I'm trying not to get in a rant, but if you weren't there for the World Show Monday at 10 a.m., my first 30 minutes, I just exploded out of the gate. I was so pissed. I love America, and it's my country. If you're from Spain, you can love Spain. If you're from New Zealand, love New Zealand. If you're from Australia, you can love the country you're from. It's okay. Does my country have a fucked up past with some shit? Yeah. But we also do a lot of good, and I'm proud of the good. I'm proud that we got away from some of the bad shit. I love America, and I'm not going to be ashamed for it anymore. I'm done. I'm done being ashamed. And that kind of set people off. I got a ton of emails like, man, I'm with you, brother. Fly the flag and you be proud. I'm with you. And I'm just tired of being ashamed. I'm not going to be ashamed of it anymore. Well, when people come up to me, and they do, when people come up, it's like, well, you got this America with this racism and slavery and the segregation and the CIA and the secret wars and the military invasion of countries. When they're all done, I say, fuck you, I love America. That's it. I'm not arguing anymore. I'm not debating anymore. I don't care. I don't care. If there's something wrong with the country, we'll work on fixing it. But I am not going to denounce the country that I love and the flag that I sleep under at night just because you guys have a laundry list of shit you don't like, by the way, and you're still here in my country. You fucking hypocrite. That was one, all right? That was the short version. The second thing is I'm tired of people, and this has been going on for a long time. I'm tired of people questioning and forcing us all, and I think this goes on all over the planet. Okay, tell me if I'm wrong. This was part of my rant on Friday's World Show. I'm tired of people saying they research the history of anything, and you can't like it if there's a glitch in the past. This goes back to when they're like, oh, you're a great politician, you're a great actor, you're a great celebrity. Oh, wait, we found a tweet where you said something inappropriate 12 years ago. I don't fucking care anymore. I don't care. People make mistakes. People say things. People's minds change. If a dude was a full-blown racist and had full-blown racist things 20 years ago, but now the dude is a full-blown this way, then I'm with the guy he became. I'm with the guy he evolved into. I'm with the company that changed and became. That's the one I'm with. You see, when you find something in a person, you're like, well, 20 years ago you were a loud vocal racist, and now you're not. Now, hold on. Is that just in that scenario? Is this person a good person because of him being a regular stand-up guy now, or is he forever a bad person because of what he did? You should have never done that. You can decide. And what are these people? These little minority groups that hover around the internet and social media, and they pick these things out. No, we found out something you did bad. You're out. You're out. Well, you know what? If they can decide that they don't like a person based on this, I have the right to like the person based on this. And mine is the latest updated interpretation of that person. See, you pretend he's covering up this. I tell you, he evolved into this, and this is the person I like. I think everyone should evolve into this. In fact, isn't this, to you fucking liberals, you assholes watching this right now, isn't this what you guys are saying? End racism, end racism. So if a guy is a racist and you win, he ends his racism and becomes this guy, just like you want, just like you're asking. He's still never going to be any good. He can't run for office. He can't do anything because there's always something in his past. Even though he did the very thing you're pushing for, even though he accomplished exactly what you wanted, he got away from this, he became this, and then you fuckers still go into his past and go, yeah, but he did all these things, so he's out. Well, then what the fuck is this guy even trying for? Why is he even trying to please you? If you're just going to, because that's what you do, you throw up things in people's past. That's what you do. Even when they've done the very thing you want them to do, which is get away from this and become this. End racism, start over, be fresh, repent, and they do. What good would it do? You're still over here digging up their shit. Even if they do it, they still lose. But that's the way it is with those fucking guys with everything. I like Disneyland. Well, you know that there were some things that Walt Disney said, some racial things, racial comments. Very clear. People have said it. It's a known fact. Walt Disney said some bad words and he was a questionable communist. He had communist ties. Oh, okay. Well, then I won't ever go to Disneyland again because you found something in Walt Disney's past. Well, I like the Rams. I like the Los Angeles. Well, there's an owner of the Rams and, she had some communist ties also, and there was she donated to some people that were affiliated with the KKK back in the day. Oh, okay, well, I don't like the Rams anymore. And I don't like the company General Electric because you're going to tell me that they're greedy capitalists who don't pay taxes. Every year, GE pays zero in taxes. Okay, well, I guess I don't like them anymore either. And that's what they've made me do all this time. Don't love your country because of this shit, and everything you do like, we're going to pick apart the past of every bit of them and show you where you're wrong. They tell me I can't like Christmas. Christmas is celebrated on December 25th, and really, with the Julian calendar, Christ was born in the summertime. So, fuck. So you're celebrating a lie. Fuck. This was the thing that I got hundreds of emails on. Now, a lot of them were supportive. But a lot of them were like, I can't believe you're setting aside this shit. Yeah, most of it I am. I know there's things like Christopher Columbus, and we're celebrating him for finding America, even though he didn't discover it first. The Vikings were first, and he did some shitty stuff. Yeah, the more I look at that, I may change my mind on that. I may have a course correction. But guess who decides? Me, not you. And if I find out that I like a certain kind of music and a certain artist, and it turns out he was into, raping girls and human trafficking, yeah, then I'm going to take the scale, fuck that guy, and I'm out. But those are my decisions, not yours. You don't legislate morality to me anymore. This was the first 30 minutes of the World Show. This generated so many fucking emails I couldn't even answer them all. And they weren't all horrible. There was a lot of people that were standing up and going, fuck yeah, I get what you're saying. All I'm telling you is that I'm not bending my knee anymore to you guys telling me not to love my country because you say so, because you can point out some shit. Well, fuck you. I could probably point out some shit in your life. People not supposed to like you? You got to grow the fuck up because I'm done. I am done. Unless there's something so egregious, so horrible that isn't corrected, there's no balance in there, there's just a one-sided thing, then I'll decide. I'll fucking decide. And I don't care if I'm alone. I don't give a shit. In fact, I'm fucking drinking right now to that very fact that I fucking had it. I'm done. Enough. I've had enough. I've had enough of people trying to bully me into corners for shit. So you know what? You want to drink with me because you agree with me? Go ahead. You want to flip me off and hang up and go away because you don't? I'm all right with that too. Okay? But I'm done. And I will answer every fucking email that came through, but it's going to take some time. But I'm done. I love my country. And the things I like. And people can change just the way you fucking want them to. But only the difference is once they change, I'm with them. That's it. All right. Thank you guys for that. The going between the sheets. I'm on the comment section. Thank you for putting that stuff up there. I really fucking appreciate it. I do. All the glasses, and there's not a ton, but there's enough to let me know that there's some people that think kind of the same way. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now I'm going to go back and read all these. I want to know who my friends are. That's important to me. Mrs. Fort Watton, so you're going to dance at Chush and Loud One's wedding. You know what? If I'm drunk enough, I will dance. Now, Gen X mom's got rhythm like Michael Jackson rhythm. I'm going to load her up on pain meds where she doesn't get tired and sore, and I'm just going to cut her loose. You guys see that? You guys, what was that, Gen X mom, what was that movie with Will Smith? Hitch. Remember in Hitch, he's teaching that guy, he goes, you live here, man. Don't go anywhere else. You live right here. You just stay right here. That's what she always tells me. She goes, you live right there. All right. Mrs. Fort Watton, we'll see. Loud One. I am proudly Australian, but I am also very proud to be living here as an American. I have both flags on my door for a reason. I'll gladly fight for both countries. You can be proud of what you want, and don't let anybody tell you differently. Mrs. Fort Watton, General, when is the last time you bent your knee? 1973. When have I bent my knee? I have knelt before the American flag out of respect, not out of defiance. I have humbled myself. I remember when I did it and where. I was on one knee when I proposed to Gen X mom. I remember where I was and how that story went. There's been a couple times I have bent my knee, and I would do it again for the right reasons. I promise you I would. Mrs. Fort Watton got that one. Ben Coyle, I'm guessing the general has some racist skeletons in his closet. Well, Ben, you're wrong. That's one thing I have never partaken in, even in school when people would talk that shit. I never did that. It never even occurred to me. Where I grew up in L.A., in the suburbs of L.A., you got to remember, back when I grew up, you guys talk all that stuff that Kamala Harris talks about. I was the first child in the busing program. So were we. Our middle-class neighborhood school, Madison Junior High, there was like 11 bus loads that came down from Watts and Compton and I don't know where else. I don't know those are right, but they came up and they had all these black kids coming to the school. I didn't care. We didn't get along because it wasn't because of our races. It's just they didn't want to be there either. They're like, why are they taking us away from our homes and our neighborhoods and busing us here? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why they're busing you here. I didn't do it. But, we were cordial. We got along. There wasn't any problems with us because of race. It just was uncomfortable because they wanted to be at their school in their neighborhood. I can understand that. I'd have felt the same way if they moved me out of there. So I never had any issues. And my friends sometimes would say stuff off color. I would not participate in that shit. Now, someone will take that and say, oh, you didn't participate. Fine. But why didn't you stop them? Why didn't you correct them? You're a racist. You don't know what I did. All I told you was what I didn't do. Comma, dumbass. See, before you even do it, I already squashed you. You're fucked. Oh, yeah. It's one of those days, isn't it, Ben Coyle? I'm guessing the general has some racist skeleton in his guy. No, Ben, but I'm guessing you do. I'm guessing you do. If you throw that word racist out, it doesn't even mean anything anymore. You guys have overused it. It's just like, do you get mad when someone calls you an idiot or a fool? If someone called you a fool, would you be upset? Do you know there was a time in history when you called someone a fool? It was a fighting word. It was a fighting. When you called someone a fool, you were done. It was fucking, I'm going to stab you in the neck with a knife. You called me a fool. The word's overused. The word has no meaning. The word fool, idiot. If I call you an idiot, you're gonna argue with me or you'll walk away. Are you gonna shoot me in the face with a shotgun because I've called you an idiot? No, just it doesn't even it didn't care. The word doesn't carry. Why? Because everybody uses it. It's watered down and it doesn't mean anything. And guys like Ben have done the same thing with racist. Who cares anymore? You're a racist. About 20 years ago, I'd have been pissed. I'd have fucking yelled and screamed and fought over it. You don't call me that. Now, I don't know what a racist means anymore. I don't get it. Cause it's so watered down. It's racist about food you eat. It's racist about the car you drive. Oh, fuck it. I don't even care anymore. The word doesn't mean anything. You guys start screaming that word. Who cares? Does anybody even listen? Does it strike you? Someone said he's a racist. No. The word has no meaning. You've overused it. You've burned it out. You took something that was valuable that could actually correct some bad behavior, and you fucked it up. You fucked the whole thing up. Now you got to move on to something else. Yeah, but that's what you guys do. You take an idea that has some value and some meaning, and you run it over a cliff, and then you wonder why nobody gives a shit. Well, because you're fuck-ups. What do you mean why? You know why. Look in the mirror. Insurmountable Cali Cat, drunk enough, drunk to dance. Fun starts now. I wasn't going to bring it up, but I will. Let me finish this. Loud one, clear the glass time. I love my home country, but always stand for the American national anthem. So do I. Momentum Canada, do you believe there is a God? There is a God. I absolutely believe there's a God. There's two things I know for sure. We can get into religious stuff later. There's two things I know about God, all right? One, there is a God. And two, I'm not him. Those things are certainties. Ashley Beth Crawford, Mrs. ABC. Do y'all hear the gaslighting has been named the word of 2022? Yeah, I get that. I caught on late to what gaslighting is. But see, and correct me if I'm wrong, because remember, I process these things at Generation X speed, which is probably a lot slower than everybody else. But isn't gaslighting what we used to say when you're telling a story? Now they say, and is that fucker's just gaslighting everybody. Isn't that is what we used to say back in the day? Yeah, he's pouring gas on the fire. There was an argument, and some fucker comes in and starts saying this shit. Boy, that guy just poured gas on that fire. That's all he did. Yeah, or he just put a salt in an open wound. If you want to talk insult to injury, rubbing salt in an open wound, pouring gas on that fire. Am I on the right path? Aren't those our terminology from back then? Is it similar to what gaslighting is now? I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I've been wrong a lot. In fact, in my life experience, what I've learned is being wrong feels an awful lot like being right up until the point you discover you're wrong. But up until that moment, it felt a lot like being right. All right. So, hold on. Larry Henshaw, I don't drink, but by all means have a shot for me. Well, I'm not going to miss an opportunity for my friend Larry Henshaw there. I'm going to drink right now, and I don't want to be disrespectful. I mean, Larry Henshaw. Oh, not Henshaw. Hanshoe. Larry Hanshoe. Well, we've been friends for so long, I often get confused, and that happens from time to time. We'll drink one for Larry as soon as my throat clears up. Fucking doing one of those things again. Well, if I die here, it'll be great for ratings. All right. So, yeah, there was my rant. You guys know, and the emails are still coming, I'm sure. Fine. Back to Elon Musk and me. This also has to do with emails with people that are fucking with me all the time. And you guys know some of them because they're in here. I know we got a long way to go. This is not a marathon. This is a fucking sprint, or we're not going to get to the juicy stuff. We're not. All right. So, well, then why don't you come in here and now watch what I do here, you guys. You're going to love this. Gen X Mom, she got a PayPal. So I will turn on her mic. She doesn't want to be on camera. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
So what I do is, remember the collab cam? Watch what I did here. Yeah, see that picture of her right there? I got a picture of where she's supposed to be on camera, but she only wants to be on camera. She only allowed me to put her on camera on Saturday nights.
Well, you didn't allow me. You told me.
Well, right, I commanded you to be on camera.
I'm supposed to be behind the scenes.
You are this dog is doing nothing but licking my hands. I have to keep my hands up here in motion because.
Well, he loves you.
But the kids, I know, but
The kid's still outside. You know what the kid's doing, you guys? He's still fixing my Christmas lights on the house, and it's dark. He's on the roof.
I told him, I said, you were in charge of Christmas lights. He half-assed it. He stapled through the wires. I said, if you don't have them fixed by tomorrow, you're not going anywhere. No girlfriend, no after school, no FFA, no nothing. So he's out there. He came in and told me, he goes, I'll be up until midnight. He goes, these lights are going to work.
Okay. Well, I have a $10 PayPal from Mrs. Four.
Yeah.
We are 45 minutes in and still haven't heard Mom's lovely voice for her table.
No. And did you see the picture that I posted? Do you know which picture I posted of you?
No?
It was a picture of you in Vegas a few years back. And I'm not sure what top you're wearing, but it's like it was a dress, I think, with a black top and a flowing dress.
Okay.
And I had to send it from my phone to the computer, so I sent it through Telegram, and I sent it through the staff thread where everybody could see it.
Mm-hmm.
And two of the guys in the staff were like, immediately said, could you jump up and down?
Oh my gosh.
With
I
a tube
swear.
top,
We need to get some girls on the staff.
the boots
Please.
fall out when you jump up and down with a tube top.
Mrs. Four, help me out. Please help me.
So that is the picture you're seeing is that, and I won't tell you who on staff said that, but I think you guys can figure it out, was wanting her to jump up and down in the picture. So anytime you guys pay the money, we're going to go back to that shot. All right. So I think I have a picture. Hang on. Let me see if I do. I think I got this one for you guys. Let me look. There was so much stuff here. I thought I put an Elon Musk thing in here. We were talking about this stuff. It's so fucking bizarrely stupid. Man, if I didn't put it in here, I'm going to be pissed because this was something that I couldn't fucking figure out. I'm like, how the fuck does this even happen? I don't think I put it in there. Can you fucking believe that? Did I not? Is it? Oh, man, I'm looking through this. I labeled these all right, too. I did it. I don't think I did. Fuck it. Okay, so did you guys see Elon Musk? He posted a picture giving us a small little glimpse into his life. Do you remember that? And it showed what was a picture of George Washington. It was a little end table or desk or something, and it had some cans of Diet Coke, and it had a movie prop pistol with no trigger. It had an old, looked like a powder and ball gun, like a replica gun, which I have one like that. And then it had a picture of George Washington, looks like crossing the Delaware, and a lamp. And it was just like, a little click, this is my life, and just letting you guys know. And oh, sorry about that. He had the little where you didn't use a coaster. So there's all these rings from where the cans were sitting, and it just was a funny picture. And man, the media tore him apart. Say, oh, you drink a lot of Diet Coke. Well, you're just a low-level, racist trailer park hillbilly. Now, I don't care for Diet Coke, but I've never gotten that. And they're like, oh, so you're talking about you got a gun there. You got a gun in your picture. You got a gun. And it's like one of them was a movie prop. It had no trigger on it. So, well, the good thing they removed the trigger. Your Diet Coke causes depression. I mean, I read them. Article after article, news clip after news clip. This was huge news. And they were really trashing the dude because he liked Diet Coke. And like, you're a billionaire. You should drink something better than that. You could have these drinks that promote health. What's that? Why can't they hear me? I'm talking fucking loud. Same way I'm always talking at all. Fucking hear me. Numbers are up. Shut up. Anyway. So the deal was that Elon Musk was getting trashed. Maybe some of you saw this. And I mean, every agency, every outlet was trashing him over the Diet Coke thing. Everything from it creates depression to you're a trailer trash at heart and you're a racist and every fucking thing they could find. And I'm like, and there it is, because I had the same thing. The same thing happens to me. And you guys have seen this in the comment section. I drink some Jack Daniels. I love Jack Daniels. Are there more expensive whiskeys and bourbons? Yes. Are there some that have more refined flavors? Oh, probably. But I like Jack Daniels. I prefer Jack Daniels. I ride a Harley Davidson. Oh, you should get yourself a sophisticated, BMW makes one hell of a motorbike. And okay, well, fine. I like Harley Davidson. It's what I ride. I'm not going to change. Well, there's so many finer things. I mean, you can fuck. And so I remember I've already gone through this, but when I saw Elon going through it, I had to call him. And he picks up and he says, "What's going on?" I said, "Look, dude, I see you getting trashed out there because of the Coke thing." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It doesn't bother me." And I said, "Well, I know it bothers you a little bit. I mean, you can lie to your friends and I'll lie to mine, but Elon, I know you. I know this bothers you a little bit." He goes, "All right, it does a little bit." I said, "Well, I just want you to know that you're not alone. I've gone through this. People trash me all the time. They don't. You could smoke a better cigar. You could have a better hat. You could have a better whiskey. You could." I told him. I said, "Look, man." I said, "We've known each other a long time. I want you to know that it's never going to stop. No matter what you do, they're always going to fuck with you like they're better than you, and they're not." They're not. In fact, the proof that they're a fucked up individual grasping at straws in this world is that they pick on guys like you and I. They go after one single picture or one single comment. And I got done explaining it to him. I kind of talked him down a little bit. And Elon was very kind and he was very gracious. He said, "Listen, I appreciate the phone call. I do feel a little bit better. And I'll struggle through this, but I'll get past it." And I said, "I know you will." I said, "I know you will." I said, "You got a lot on your plate right now." I said, "I am going to pay." I told him, I said, "Look, man, I'm going to pay the $8 for the little blue check." I said, "I'm going to support you." And then he says, Are you going to buy a Tesla?" And I said, "Fuck no." I said, I'm not crossing that bridge yet." I said, "I love you." I said, "We've been friends a long time." I said, "Generation X, both of us." I said, "But I'm not ready for the Tesla." I said, "But I have a Rick Moranis squeaky guy on staff, and he bought one. Does that count?" And Elon goes, "Yeah, man, we're halfway there." I said, "Okay, so leave me alone for another couple years." And we talked about some other stuff that I can't share with you, and then we moved on. So that's how the conversation went. So just so you guys know that people pick on Elon for the stupidest, funniest, dumbest stuff, they do the same thing to me. Two men, side by side, getting beat up by the same type of small-minded, liberal, blue-tard. That's us. We both get hit. Just letting you guys know. All right. Thought I'd share that with you. I can't go any deeper, but that should be good enough for both of you. Ron Simmer, $20. Turn my whole screen orange. Hey, man, how are you? I'm doing all right, man. I had my rant, Ron. You'll have to rewind. I didn't see the rant. I did the rant. I just kind of sucked up to Elon a little bit and trashed Low Torque all in the same process. I'm not sure how many of you caught on to that, but it worked great. All in one joke. It was perfect. Insurmountable Calicat. "Oh, General, you may not be God, but your voice is so heavenly. Is it voice time yet for my harem? Sisters and Gen X mom, love you all." No, Callie, I can't turn on the voice just yet. No. I will, but not just yet. All right? Beautiful Disaster, would you rather be the richest person in the world or the smartest person alive? Maybe Beautiful Disaster just asked, would I rather be the richest person in the world or the smartest person alive? I think I'd want to be the richest person. Probably not for the reason you're thinking at all. If I was the smartest person alive, do you realize how much I would know that would upset me? How many problems that I would be looking at that people aren't fixing? How many things go on day to day around me that just are wrong? And I'd know. Maybe right now I'm a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert using $3 words, and I don't know all the shit that's fucked up around me. Maybe there's a ton of shit I don't know. So I live in my own ignorance because there's shit I don't know. There's a lot of $12 problems out there, and I'm a $3 guy, so maybe there's shit I don't know. But if I was the smartest guy in the world, I would know all that shit, and it would probably cause me anxiety to kill myself. Now, if I'm the richest guy, and admittedly dumb, think about all the money I could put towards things that need real money. Like if I was the richest guy in the world, first thing I'd dump all my money into veterans and make sure they're okay. I'd square it away right there. That's the first thing I'd do. So see, maybe being stupid and rich is good because I know the basics and the rudimentary, the nuts and bolts operations of what's fucked up, and I could help. That would be good, right? But if I was the smartest person, didn't have a bunch of money, and couldn't fix things that I knew needed to be fixed, I'd feel pretty bad. I don't know. Maybe that's not the right answer, but that's mine. Victoria Maddox, my son asks, why does God allow bad things to happen to good people? We tried to explain that to him, but what are your thoughts that you can explain to him? That's a tough one. David Queenan put in $2. Girls on staff. General says yes. Yes, I do. That is a tough one. My kids have done that too, and raised 32 children, and the last batch of 8 was no different. The last batch of 8 was absolutely clever. They were a clever bunch for sure, and it is difficult to. Along that same line, why does God let bad things happen? Boy, we could be here for hours. I'm trying to find a way to sum it up to you. I've talked about this a little bit before, and these are just my interpretations of how I see things, okay? God gives everyone freedom of choice for one reason, in my opinion. Why doesn't God program everybody on the planet to just walk around loving him, worshiping him, doing what he wants? He could have made us all robots. We love God. God is great. God's wonderful, and everything we do is correct. How satisfying is that for a deity? He can walk around and go, wow, I just made 6 billion people that worship me. Well, they have to, because that's the way I programmed them. What if he makes 6 billion people and says, okay, you don't have to worship me and love me if you don't want to, but I really want you to. Then when people do it, it counts. He's like, yes, I'm the man. Right? Okay. But because you gave people a choice, some people are going to choose bad things, aren't they? They're going to lie. They're going to cheat. They're going to steal. They're going to rob. Yeah, bad things are going to happen. And when they happen to good people, it tests their faith. Now God really watches. Come on, believe in me. Have some faith in me. Come on. Not programming them. Yeah. And then you go backwards into the kids ask, well, if God was eternal and he's been here before anything else, before anything was created, how is there sin? Sin came from God. God created sin. God's a bad person. There was just God for billions of eons. Then there's Earth and Adam and Eve and people, and somewhere in here there's sin. God obviously created sin. Or it was sin eternal like God. No. God was the only thing eternal. All right. Then they're convinced that God created sin. So I just explained it like this, in $3 words. I said, okay, God created red and God created blue. Okay? Both those things are fine. There's no problem there, right? And he puts red and blue in the planet and tells everybody, listen, we're all good right now, right? There's no sin, because sin is purple. There's no sin. Everything's fine. We got red, we got blue, we got yellow, we got green, but there's no purple, there's no sin in the Garden of Eden. Everybody's good, right? He left it like that. He created red, he created blue, and then man came along and mixed red and blue together and made purple. Now we have sin. Man did this. That was my example. God's like, I didn't create sin. I created the opportunity for there to be sin, but if you love me, no sin. And man did it. That's all. I said God created red, God created blue, man mixed them together, made purple, and now they blame God. You did this. No, you fucking did it, assholes. That's it. That's the way I explained it. I don't know if that makes as much sense as you wanted. Victoria, that's a real short version. I'm done being religious. Let's move on. All right. Ron Sinnard, $20. I heard part of it. I'm glad Elon of what Elon is doing. Have you ever heard of Jordan Peterson? Yes, I dig Jordan Peterson. I try to memorize some of the points that Jordan Peterson makes because they're so powerful to use in a discussion. He really does a good job of that. Jordan Peterson does a great job. So, yeah. Ron Sinnard, $50. You should have Jordan Peterson on an interview on your podcast. That would be awesome. Yeah, only it costs $100,000 for Jordan Peterson to be anywhere. So, yeah, that'd be a little bit of a tough one. Unless he's your uncle, unless one of you guys says, Jordan Peterson's my uncle and he owes me a favor. Great. Use up your favor on Gen X Talks. I think we should all do that. Hold on, repositioning myself. Got to change R2 around here a little bit there. Got some stuff going on. Stand by. Just let me get comfortable. You can't upset the talent, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I just referred to myself as the talent. All right. Got to do a microphone check here. Now, I don't have the expensive equipment here at Gen X Talks to do a proper microphone check. We don't have Geiger counters around here. We can't send stuff into outer space and have it twirled around. We have to do things the old Irish way. Around here, a microphone check is performed exactly the way they check microphones in the 1600s by Marconi. Excuse me. We pour whiskey into a glass, and if you can hear it, the microphone works. So let's begin the microphone check. Everybody shut the fuck up and listen. Can you hear me? If you heard that, the microphones are working correctly. And that's what's important. Now we drink. Larry Handshoe, $9.99. Turn my whole screen yellow. Half a bottle of Jack. My man. Scott Frigiola. What's your thoughts about calling people Dinkleberry? I thought it was Dingleberry. I don't know what that means. And Dingleberry was always a goofy slur, but I don't know what it means. And if someone says, well, a Dingleberry is a very terrible slur, well, fuck it, I didn't know, and I don't care. To me, a Dingleberry was just some goofy motherfucker that wasn't behaving correctly. And that's all I know, and that's all I think about. If it means something else, I don't care. That's on whoever called it that because they knew that. Not on me. All right, moving on. Ignorance is bliss in this case. Yeah. All right, so no. I had some more stuff. You're not going to believe what road I want to go down now. Gen X Mom's going to throw her fucking hands in the air. All right, this is real quick. Another email I got. A lot of this is based on emails. I keep emailing people back and going, don't worry, I got your email. I'm responding to you, and I promise I will address it in a live stream, and then I never do. So let's get some out of the way. I got into a fucking argument with a dude who was arguing about his cars, and how I said, no, I told him one time, I said, there was cars that you fill the gas behind the license plate. And they said, why would you do that? I said, that's stupid. I go, well, stupid or not, it's the way it was. I said, they even had, I think it was like a 56 Chevy Bel Air. You actually took the taillight and you pulled the taillight down, and the gas cap was behind the taillight. No. Nobody would ever put it near electricity, and there's electricity and tail. I said, okay, look, asshole, I was there, okay? And the big one in the late 60s and early 70s was a gas cap behind the license plate. No, you're making that shit up. And I said, you know what? You're the king of the Google generation. Go fucking look at it. So I'm sure they did, and we had some of those things. Let me see if I can find one in here. I think I had it. Oh, no, that's not it. Hold on. Picks. Go to picks. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, this was one. And I didn't mean for it to be Ben Affleck, but that's the picture that came up. That's what we did. That was from the late 60s and early 70s. There was cars that had it behind the license plate. Some down that low, some a little higher. And they're like, oh, this fucking stupid, man. You fucking stupid back with those cars like that. What a fucking joke. And I said, you know what? I wasn't trying to defend it, but now I'm going to. How many times have you pulled into a gas station and you're like, shit, I got to wait in the line because my gas tank is on this side and the pumps are on that side? Fuck. Do you realize that if you were this guy, if you had this car, you could just pull in whichever one you fucking wanted to? And we're the assholes? We're the dumb shits? Fuck you. At least we have some common sense about shit like that. All right, so don't. And then one of my daughters was talking to me about this one. You're going to love this. She goes, it was a little handheld pump. And this was like on one of the best gifts you could ever give anybody. She said, no. Dad, she goes, look at this. This is, it says, never have a flat tire again. I said, what does that mean? She goes, never have a flat tire again, Dad. You just take this on here, and it runs on batteries, and it pumps up your tire. I said, okay, why was your tire flat? She says, what do you mean? I said, well, back up. You come out from a grocery store or wherever you are, and your tire's flat. So you grab your little tool, you pump it up. Why did your tire go flat? Well, I don't know. Tires just go flat? No, they don't. How about if you ran over a nail? She goes, okay, you ran over a nail, but now you can fill it up with air. I said, and do what? As soon as you disconnect it, aren't you going to run out of air again? Well, I don't know. I said, what are you supposed to do with that thing? Zip tie it to the center of the wheel and just drive down the road with it constantly filling up your tire with a hole in it? Now, she very easily could have said, well, maybe it would fill it up enough for you to go get the tire repaired. It never even occurred to her that there was a problem with the tire, that she ran over a nail or something's wrong. All she thought was, never have a flat tire again. Yes, she's my millennial daughter. Yes, I take responsibility for the fucked upness that has got to us all. Here's another one that she sent me and talked to me about it. She goes, you got to get these, Dad. Buy these and put them all over your house. I go, what are they? She goes, this instantly makes your Wi-Fi speedier, is the word she told me. Speedier. I said, first of all, speedier is not a word. I go, you mean fast? She goes, yeah, this will boost your Wi-Fi and make it faster than ever. I said, how is that going to make it faster than ever? Doesn't the modem, doesn't the internet, doesn't it control at a certain speed? Yeah, but this makes it even faster. I was like, you know what? I have told you kids, if it's too good to be true, it is. Now, she ordered 5 of these things. She's going to put them all around her house. So I promise you, we're going to get back to you guys on that. I'm not going to forget that shit. And here's one that I heard, same daughter, talking to Gen X mom. And she goes, you got to get these things. You got to get these things out here, and you can put them anywhere, and there's webcams, and Dad can see everything going on. We'll put 2 out front. We'll put 1 out back. We'll put 1 on the side of the house. We'll put 1 by the staircase, 1 in the garage. And she got all the way done, and my wife looks at her and goes, what do we do for fucking lights then? And she goes, what do you mean? She goes, this takes the place of a light bulb. There's no fucking light. She goes, so now all the places that you just put this camera, now you've darkened every place outside. You don't have 1 light on anywhere. Well, these are better than lights. No fucking way they're better than lights. Kids don't fucking think past the advertising. They just look at that and go, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. And off they go with their husband's Visa card. I'm telling you, shit like that happens all the fucking time. All right, I'll move away from the pictures. We'll get back to that. Wait till you see what I'm talking about. There's a thing on here that I was talking with a woman through email, and she finally comes, relationship problems, and she finally says, I tried the 23 things that you're supposed to do to get a woman to fall in love with, or get a man to fall in love with you. And I went, what 23? She said, no, I tried them all. It's not working. My relationship with my guy isn't working. And I said, can you send me the list? She goes, oh yeah, it's a website. There's a link. And she sent me this. And I went, I looked at I copied and pasted the pictures for you. This woman is one of you guys. She's in here all the time. I think I've straightened her out now, which is why I'm okay talking about it. But I'm not going to tell you who she is. We'll get to that. I copied so you can go over them with me. Not all 23, but about 10 of them. And I'm fucking going out of my mind that people publish this, and there's women that go, okay, all right, if I do these 23 things, I can get any man I want to fall in love with me. Because that's what she was doing. Every fucking one of them. All right. Ken Stir, $10, turn my whole screen yellow. In your opinion, who is the most known to a Gen X of the following? Hulk Hogan, Joe Montana, Wayne Gretzky, or Bo Jackson? And who is the GOAT to you? I love all those guys. I think they're all great in their own sports. Especially maybe Bo Jackson out of that choice right there. That fucking guy can play football and baseball. The only 2 people that I ever remember playing both sports at the same time was Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders. Couldn't fucking believe it. Unreal. Ron Simard, $50. Turn my whole screen pink. I'll pay it. He'll pay the $100,000 for Jordan Peterson to sit at my dining room table in a podcast. I'll pay it depending of your following. We can make you a loud voice and an important one. I'm sure Jordan would be interested on your point of views. You deserve a proper discussion with him. I think it could happen. Go big, my friend. I don't think Jordan Peterson would give me the time of fucking day. Jordan Peterson is so fucking cool. That guy forgot more in the last hour than I'm ever going to know my whole life. He in the last 30 minutes, he probably forgot more than I'm going to gain knowledge in the next 6 months of my life. Ron, it's a wonderful sentiment, and I love you for it, brother. I do. But I don't think Jordan Peterson would give me the time of day. But I promise you, I have watched and listened intently so much to him. If Jordan Peterson ever wherever I'm in the same place at the same time to do any sort of questions, I don't have trapping questions for him, but I have pointed questions to because I really want some of his knowledge. He focuses his answers. You ever seen him talk? He focuses his answers in such a way that there's no room for part two. He just fucking answers everything. And there's some topics, there's some questions that I would ask just to go deep with him. I love Jordan Peterson. What a cool fucking cat. Hey, and it's I can't put the collab cam on because it's not Gen X Mom, but the microphone is on. Gen Z Kid, how are you?
I just had a Clark Griswold Christmas.
Can you tell me exactly? I already told everyone what you were doing. I told them you fucked up the Christmas lights and you are going nowhere in life until they're done. So here we are. You've been on it for 2.5 hours. It's pitch black outside. Son, I'm waiting for a report. What'd you accomplish?
I have scraped knees. Probably going to have a cold tomorrow. I can't feel my feet. But the Christmas lights are on. I swear to God, they're on.
And Gen X Mom is clapping from the office.
This was the most difficult Christmas light year of our
Why do you keep saying that?
Because
Okay,
when
calm down, breathe, son.
Sorry.
Breathe.
I'm a little heated.
You're tipping the scales here.
I'm a little heated, okay? Sorry.
Just
Okay.
talk normal.
I'd like to mention that my brothers had each other to do it as well. They had help
Sometimes, yes.
sometimes. And when they did it by themselves, they had full strands of lights that all worked. They didn't have to mismatch and MacGyver and do measurements to figure out how long each
You
strand
guys
is.
realize you just said MacGyver? That's my son. Yeah.
Yeah, because I realized the mini strands of lights that I'm using for the bottom don't fit the big strands of lights that are going on top. So I had to MacGyver shave the little
So when
plug-in.
you pulled out a strand that wasn't working and you went to put another strand in its place, wasn't long enough.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay,
I'm like,
that's funny.
okay, so I've been. So whenever they say, "Oh, this little thing right here isn't right," I'd be like, "You do it this time. Don't be mad at me. You never had the struggle that I had." It was like, "Yeah, you live in a different world than I did." I know.
When his older brothers come home for the holidays, they always judge how straight and even the Christmas lights are because they had to do it. And my oldest son, who's just an arrogant fuck, he comes home, but he judges fairly. He's like, no, because that kid, my oldest son, used to make sure every Christmas light was perfectly aligned. And on the eve, it wasn't at the bottom, in the middle, on top. No. 2 inches down all the way across. And he never let two of the same colored lights side by side. If he saw two orange lights, he'd pull one out and put it in a different color. He goes, two lights can't be the same. So when he comes home and judges Gen Z kids, he has a point of reference. Does he not?
Yes.
Okay. So continue with your crybaby bullshit.
This is not crybaby because I conquered it. Okay, crybaby would me walk in here, Dad, I can't do it. It's too hard. No, guess what?
Yeah.
No two colors next to each other.
All right.
The one thing he's gonna be mad is like, "Ooh, you have different strands on each side." I'd be
I
like,
don't think he'd notice that, though. I think he'd be okay with that.
I don't know. He probably will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, he
It's
wants
just,
to pick your shit apart, so.
I know. We are getting new Christmas lights next year.
Yeah, your mother already told me that.
Because last year,
Weren't you supposed to check all the lights in the lawn?
I
before you put
did.
them up?
I did.
Okay, so why didn't one work? Say it.
I stapled through the wire.
Stapled through the wire.
I'd like to blame my friend Elias who helped me, but I know I stapled that one.
Fucking
Yeah.
wire. Did you Chevy Chase it? Did you ever staple your sleeve onto the?
No, I'm not that stupid. But okay, last year,
Yeah.
around Thanksgiving, Gen X Mom said we were getting new Christmas lights.
Yeah, she did.
I was like, man, this is gonna be so cool. I was pumped for Christmas lights.
Yeah.
But then December 20th came around, and we hadn't put up our Christmas lights because
We were late.
the Taiwanese lights we got
Taiwanese.
had not come in. I was like, what?
So you put it up. Yeah.
Yeah, that was last year. I did a decent job.
Yeah.
But this year it was annoying.
All right.
So yeah, I'm done. Okay, bye, guys.
I'm going.
Bye.
Hold on. Maybe she.
Oh.
hey kid, when can you take this all down? Throw away. When you take this all down, throw away the light. She said.
I'm gonna take the good fuses out first, but yeah.
That's a good idea. Take the good fuses.
Yeah.
Hard fuses to find.
I know.
I'm with you. I'm not sure.
I'm excited about it too, Clark. No.
I'm excited about that too, Clark.
No. Okay, Gen Z kid out. I'm gonna. I miss you guys too.
So can I get you something to drink? Get you something to eat?
Drive you out in the middle.
Leave you for dead?
Can I get you something to drink? Something to eat? Drive you out in the middle of nowhere, leave you for dead?
You can tell my son and I have watched way too much Christmas Vacation. All right. His microphone is off and he's done. And what did I miss? I missed some stuff in here. Some stuff going on. Let's see. Ron Simmer dropped back in. That motherfucking cool-ass guy's been dropping half a C note every time I blink. I'll make it happen somehow. I'll get the connection somehow. Where does a way? There's always a way. You better make. I'll prepare, my man. Ron, I'll prepare. I will be on, as Mrs. Ford Watton is dying to see, I will be on bended knee. Victoria Maddock, what is your favorite all-time Christmas movie of all time? Mine is A Christmas Story. If I told you that, you guys would all think less of me. The kid just yelled, his is Elf from the kitchen. Mine is, I'm not even sure what it's called. Is it just Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with the Island of Misfit Toys and the dentist, the little kid, the elf who wanted to be a dentist? Wasn't that just Rudolph? Wasn't that Rudolph? That one's the one that's the abominable snowman and Kris Kringle stuff. That was the thing. That was my favorite one of all time. I just could not get enough of that. And just so you know that when kids get older and they don't do that stuff, and I have 2 daughters that move back in with a granddaughter and stuff, and I want to watch these things, I just want you to know I watch them by myself. I will go up in my room. I watched Charlie Brown's Halloween deal with the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. I watched that by myself. I did the Thanksgiving one, and I'll probably watch a few of these, the old school. I don't care. It has to happen. It's part of my gig, and I will do it. Ron Simmer, $5. Gen X boy, say thank you to the Ron Ear Simmered. Gen X boy, say thank you. Well, if you're talking about me, I'm really not Gen X boy. If you're talking about him, he's Gen Z kid. Gonna have to be clear, Ron. I'm trying to understand you, baby. Trying to understand. Janoris J just joined. I really enjoyed this, guys. Hey, Janoris, if it's treat it like a first date, man. Just sit there and relax. We will do all the work on our end. I promise you. All right. Diver Monkey says Bumbles bounce. Yeah. Yukon Cornelius was my favorite character out of all that. It really was. He fucking chip away and he'd lick his pickaxe. You know? Oh, I thought that was funny shit. All right. I'm about ready to drink again. So, yeah, where to go? Let me look. I'm trying to skip around because there's stuff in there that was, oh, man. I don't know. I should just go for it. Where are we at? We're an hour and 20 minutes in. All right. Let me do this. Okay, let me try this. Let me just explain this thing. This is, not even all the way on the screen, is it? Okay. In the conversation with this woman, who's a good person, she's really trying to figure this shit out. But she is a millennial, and she is trying to find a perfect, correct, analytical way. And the thing said, 23 tips to make a guy fall crazy in love with you. And if you read all the fine print, it says, every time, guaranteed, these things are proven to work. Well, as we all know, no matter what advice you give anybody on any relationship ever, there's always going to be someone who goes, well, that ain't going to work on me. That's not going to work on them. That's not for shit. Then there's going to be people go, oh, yeah, that'll work every time. All right, let's not get into that part of it. Let's just go, say, with my opinion. All right, that sounds good to me, too. Glad you're all coming along with that. All right, so I had to go through these things, and I'm trying to get them in order, but I probably won't. They're numbered, but I might fuck them up. So I did have tip number 1. And it says, go on as many adventures as possible. Now, it gives you a quick little thing here, but it goes on for a full page and a half. Fuck, I'm going to have to drink if I got to go through this shit, because there's some of you women in here that are going to go, yeah, sounds right to me. I agree with this one. Go on as many adventures as possible, whatever the guy's doing. Now, remember, this is when you're dating, okay? This is when you're trying to woo your man. If you don't know what wooing someone is, go look it up. You're trying to woo you. You're trying to gain his interest. You're trying to get him to fall in love with you. You're trying to get him to marry you. Okay? This is a woman who's trying to get those 3.2 children in the suburbs and have a Volvo in the driveway. Got it? Okay. Ron Simmered, okay, like you said, I wanted to hear from the kid. He is so funny, and I know you guys are great. Ron, my man, you're making my night tonight. I'd almost give Ron the challenge of putting me in the Santa Claus suit, which I was going to start with tonight, and I chickened out. I did chicken out. I had a number in mind of like $1,000, and if you guys generated $1,000 tonight in tips in PayPal or here, I would wear the fucking Santa suit, and then I chickened out on it. I know we talked about it, and Mrs. Ford brought it up, and I thought, all right, we can, because the $1,000 I want to use towards the people that can't go to Las Vegas that are trying. And I'm helping out as many as I can, but that $1,000 would help more people go because they're close. Some of them are really close on going. And I thought, well, I'll just tell. Then I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even bringing it up. Now I've been drinking, and Ron's here. What did Ron donate right now? Where are we at? Does anybody know? Ron's got to be like at $200 or $300 by now. If we get to 1,000, I'll wear the fucking Santa Claus suit. I will wear it live. I will make a video. I will put it on the shit. If you guys donate $1,000 to the people that are trying to go to the meet and greet where we can help some people go, if you guys are willing to do that, then I'm willing to put on the suit. All right, I'm not talking about that anymore. But let's figure we're already at $300, and then we'll go from there. All right. Sandy, Burl Ives moved to my hometown toward the end of his life. My husband was an EMT and rode in the back of the ambulance down to Seattle. Burl sang songs to him but refused to sing Rudolph. Wow. Sandy, why? I wonder why. That is a very cool story. I'm digging that. All right. So anyway, let's get back to this because this is what this woman and I had to discuss through many emails, and I will tell you the advice that I gave her. What's Ron back for? Ron is in there. $20. Well, how much am I? I don't know. I'm thinking between you and a few others, we're like at 300, right about there. So I think if we can generate another 700 or so, then I'm in. I'll go buy the suit at my expense, and I'll wear the fucking thing for a live stream and a video. All right, let's get away from the Santa thing because I'm going to pretend that's not going to happen. Go on as many adventures as you can. I'm down with that. Would you guys not agree? You guys with me on that? We do that one. Okay. What else was there? These are out of order. Calm down. This is tip number 17. Use jealousy to make him fight for you. Now, I'm going to tell you, don't do that. I advise you, don't fucking do that. And there's a whole bunch of things where they try to sway this the other way. Well, if you make him jealousy and make him try and fight, in other words, you're dating this guy, you're trying to get him interested, you're trying to get him motivated. So one day you let him know, oh, you know what? The UPS guy came by and he was looking pretty good. So I had sex with him. Make your guy jealous and make him fight. I don't know that I would do that. I'm telling you, there are a lot of guys that would go, oh, look, if you're going to fucking play the field, if you're working on some other guys, fuck you, I'm out of here. This is a dumb idea. Use his jealousy to make him fight for you. To this, I said no. I said, don't do that. Stay the fuck away from that shit. Maybe it's just me, but I'm telling you, I said no. All right, what else? Yeah, here's another one. Tip number 18, let him know what type of man you like. No, I would not. You know what you should do as a woman? You should figure out what kind of guy he is and go, like Gen X Mom would say, if I was sitting there on a date with Gen X Mom, and while I was courting her, I was courting that girl, she would say something like, if I said, all right, I'm trying to be everything you want me to be, what kind of man do you like? Gen X Mom would say, well, I like a whiskey drinking, cigar smoking, Harley Davidson fist fighting bar type that can sweep me off my feet and bang my head against the headboard. Why would she say that? Because I'm already that guy. That's the guy she would say. She wouldn't look at me and say, well, I'm really hoping to find some blonde-haired skinny guy who eats tofu 3 times a day. You can't say what you like if it's not pick whatever he is, say that. You're trying to woo this guy already. You've already picked this guy. Why is this even a thing? Let him know what type of man you like? Why? You've already picked it. Pick this guy. I mean, hold on. All right, everybody, hold on. We got the collab thing going on here. We got the mic going. Yes, Gen X Mom. you
We
interrupted
have
my
a
story.
PayPal.
I would love to hear your PayPal.
It's worth it. It's $500
500 from who?
from Loud One to the
Oh, that
Vegas
motherfucker.
to the Vegas Relief Fund. Love the bottom of the glass nation. A chosen family is still family. Let's do this, General.
No, but you know why he did. Hold on. Don't go anywhere yet. We don't get to hear enough from you anyway. Sit your narrow ass, beautiful ass down. Listen, you Loud One just put in fucking 5 bills.
Yes, he did.
You know, he's just
Now I gotta find a fucking Santa suit.
and it better be 6 fucking fat X. No, we're not there yet. We're only at 800.
I haven't. You know what? I didn't know I was supposed to be counting.
Well, I
And
didn't know
Mrs.
either.
Fort Watton is just I have no idea.
Okay, I don't know either. I rounded up to the guy for Ron because Ron was in about 3 bills, and then Loud One. But Loud One's doing that just because Loud One do it for a noble reason. He's into helping people. Loud One is into helping people, no doubt.
Yes, yes.
But he
we
sees-
want everybody to go to Vegas.
Oh yeah, but Loud One sees an opportunity to fuck with me in the process. Loud One's sitting there drinking, going, "Wait a minute, I can encourage and help people go to Vegas. That's a good thing, and I can make the general wear a fucking Santa suit. Give me my fucking credit card."
Yeah.
How much for you to wear a Santa suit?
I'm sorry, we're gonna whisper like this. Did you get on the fucking mic and be a
Right.
man?
How much are we going to get you to wear the Santa suit?
I did the same thing with your haircut, $1,000.
So I get a buzz cut for $1,000,
Yeah,
but you wear a Santa costume.
Well-
I think I have more dedication to our fans.
you want me to charge more?
No, I want you to charge less.
No,
'Cause-
we all have our plots in life, son. You cut your hair for $1,000. I'll wear the fucking suit for the
Okay. I see how it is. I see it.
I hope you do.
Okay.
No fucking way did he drop 500 already. No, he did about 300, maybe like 275. That 300 was about where he was at. I'm not wrong on that. You fucking guys are spinning this up to fuck with me. Every one of you. Uh-oh, who dropped in 200? Shush dropped in 21 for Gen X Santa. Shush, stay out of this. Shush, just please. I love you, Shush. Please, stay back. Good God. All right. Josh Maddox, $4.99. Just a reminder, we're all currently patrons of the best bar ever. Josh, no matter how things turn out, you goddamn right we are. Best bar I've ever been to. All right. And somebody dropped Disney Mama, Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama, $5 towards the Santa suit. You'll be the jolliest a-hole this side of the nut house. God, Sammy Joe, way to fucking make it dirty. What was this one over here? There's a Loud One, another 200. Now we're at 1,000. You know, I tried to cut the 300. I was rounding up. Then you did 5. I made it 8. Figured we'd take a long time of $5, $2, $3, $5. Loud One. God damn it. We keep going higher. I'm going to have to fucking wear the beard too. $5, Chris Titus. Man, I wonder if it was really Chris Titus. That'd be so bad. I was a fucking huge fan of his. For the new studio, just wanted to say I'm still praying for the family that lost the young children. Yeah, I think about that too. I really do. Ace Jumpman, $50. Here you go. All right. Ace Jumpman's almost got me to wear the fucking beard too. I'm close. God damn you guys. Beautiful Disaster Santa Pop Pop. You know what, Ren? I love you, but especially with, she drops in red lips and a black heart. Did you guys notice that? Isn't that typical of a woman to give you that big, soft, wet, luscious kiss that lasts for 3 days, and then the black heart, they smack you on your way out the door and leave your heart pumping on the floor behind you. God damn it. Ron Simmered, but I want to meet you, my friend, and I did put in 500 as well. It could be. I'm a little fucked up. I didn't think you did, but you might have. I'd have to go back and look it up. I have to get the kid. There's a way when it's over to look it up, and I don't know how. But Ron, brother, are you going to go to Vegas? Are you going to Vegas in January 13th, 14th, and 15th? Ron, I don't know what part of the country you're in. If you close enough where we can have a burger and a beer, or do we got to meet in Vegas? You got to let me know, man. You let me know. What else we got there? Loud One. Love you, brother. I know you do. Hey. I love you, Ian. I do. You know I do. We get along great. Cut from the same fucking cloth. Every time, every time. Ace Jumpman jumped in with 50. Loud One with 2. Ron with another 10. How much so far, my friend? Ron, I think we got it. I think between you and Loud One fucking over the edge, I think I'm stuck wearing the fucking suit. Ace Jumpman dropped another 50 in. I guess I'm going to have to wear the fucking beard too. God damn it. And you know what? If we had to take a little bit over $1,000 and I put that, I think I can get 3 more people out of that money to go to Vegas that were teetering on not being able to go. People that have emailed me and asking if there's any help. And I was already planning on trying to help them with what I could, but that helps me a ton do that. So we're in a good spot. We've helped out some good people that are going to have a good time. It's well worth it. Insurmountable Cali Cat, $5. I wish I could give more, but we're still working out our plane tickets. Sing with me, Santa Pop Pop. I'm not singing. There's no amount of money I'm not fucking singing. Not fucking doing it. Phil Lubitz, if you raise $5,000, Gen X wife and Gen Z kid should wear the Mrs. Claus elf outfit as well. You wouldn't have to tell him. The Gen Z kid is so into holidays, and he has no pride and no shame at all. You could give him somebody could send him an elf costume, and he'd wear it all day Christmas, answering the phone. Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? He would do it. He loves and you. What makes you think that Gen X mom doesn't already have a sexy elf costume? Because she does. I promise you she does. Phil, good idea though, but I don't think there's a thing to shoot for unless you guys can think of one. All right, so what did I miss? Loud One here. Your next sponsorship payment may be a week late now. Yes, Loud One and Loud Trouble LLC sponsor the podcast, which we're finishing recording tomorrow. And just so you guys know, I'm leaving the program. Loud One LLC, Loud Trouble LLC, has sponsored our podcast with such huge amounts of cash, I can't even pick them up. No. I grabbed one by the top one time and it tore out the bottom. So I don't need these live streams anymore. I don't need to hang out at this bar. I'm going to have topless women filling my whiskey glasses left and right as I walk through the house. I'm sorry, as 5 other topless women carry me through the house. That's how much money that we're getting sponsored from Loud Trouble LLC. Make no mistake, I don't need to be here anymore. I am above everyone at this moment. I have achieved all of my life goals, and I'm going to spend that money like a drunken sailor. Hey, I got through without even laughing. I waited till the very end. So when we cut that snippet out, it's going to sound very serious because we'll cut it off before I laugh. Hold on a second. You guys got to give me a minute. All right, where were we? We had some shit going on here with the pictures. Yeah, so tip, don't fucking do it. What they're saying right there is wrong. All right, there was more. Hold on. Oh, this one was brilliant. It said, go hot and cold on him. If you want to attract this man, if you want to keep his interest, there was a page and a half. Go hot and cold. Every guy in this room will tell you, when you do that, we think you're fucking psychotic. We're wondering just how many personalities you have. This is bad advice. I told this particular woman, I said, please don't do that. Don't intentionally go hot and cold. She said, why not? I said, because you're a chick. You're going to do enough of that anyway, naturally, without doing it on purpose, okay? That is an unfair roller coaster ride to put us on. Don't fucking try to do it. The amount of times you're going to do it anyway. She goes, okay, I got you. This was bad advice. This was really bad advice. All right. What else we got here? I know you guys are shaking your head going, who the fuck wrote this shit? And there's women that are following this advice to a T. to a T trying to get this shit squared away. Leslie Mathis says, I've got little tits, but I'd be more than happy to walk around topless bringing you alcohol. Leslie, you need to go to Las Vegas because it's condoned there. Oh, okay. What was the other one? Come on, we're getting through the advice. Share in his head. Spend time on your appearance. Now, this is the image that they put. Spend time on your appearance and get inside of his head. This one I agree with. You know how men send women flowers? Okay? Nudes, pictures sent to your phone, that's flowers for men. Every wife knows this. Every girlfriend already knows this. I agreed with this when I said, okay, if you're trying to woo him, this is the direction you go. Ron Simmert says, $20, I got enough, but we better meet, my friend. Where? Ron, give me a location, my friend. You coming to Vegas? Come to Vegas, man. If not, tell me where we're meeting. Ron, I don't even know where you're at. Are you in the Mediterranean or are you in Los Angeles? I don't know where you're at. But number 8 is something I wholeheartedly agreed with. I told her, you're at that stage, you go ahead and do that's a good call. What else was there? There was one, take care of him. That's right, make daddy a sandwich. That's right. When you're not here in the live stream, Google that. Just Google, make daddy a sandwich. There's a video. I don't know what show it was on. It was some talk show. And there was a woman who was the obviously the host, and it was one of the guys. It was a black guy from Marvel Universe. I forget, a cool actor, but I can't remember his name. And she was saying, does a woman take care of your man? And he goes, that's right. If daddy wants a sandwich, you make daddy a sandwich. The audience was ballistic mad, booing this guy. And he goes, all right, calm down. This was his explanation. And I agree with it. Hold on. Don't get all feminazi on me. Let me talk first before you get all bent out of shape. His thing was here. Okay. He says, we go on a date and some guy starts brushing up on you and talking shit. What do you expect? And the woman says, well, I expect you to fucking punch him. That's right. You want me to slap that dude, knock him down. That's my job. To get into a fight to defend you. If we go on a date, and if I say, we're splitting the check, we're going Dutch, and the woman says, no, you're paying for the date. That's right. I'm paying for the date. I know my job. I know my role. I know my responsibility. If I walk you out to the car and I don't open the car door for you, the woman says, well, I'll tell you, open the car door. He goes, that's right. That's my role. I have roles that I do that you expect from me. So when daddy wants a sandwich, make daddy a sandwich. Actually, the crowd came around. Like the women in the audience were like, oh, all right, I get you now. I got all they have expectations. So this one, tip 23, take care of him. I was on board. Now, remember, if the guy is doing his job, he got a laundry list of shit he's doing for you, for the woman, right? I mean, a ton of shit that is his job, his responsibility. All right? This is all I'm saying, that when it comes your time, you do make daddy a sandwich. All right. Yeah, here's another one. Share your opinion with him. Share your opinion with. Now, hold on. Remember, this is dating. This is wooing. This is courting. I'm not so sure. You might want to save that your opinion shit till you're married. You start brushing up on him, forcing an opinion. It's one thing to have an opinion, but when someone's telling you, force it. Now, the only thing this picture has going for it is cleavage. I don't know how well you can see the picture. Two Bear's watching this on a big 85-inch screen in his living room with the speakers turned all the way up. Two Bear, get what I'm saying. Maybe share your opinion at a certain time, but basically, if you're trying to date this guy, shut the fuck up until you're married. Then you can dump on him all your opinions you want. Then you got a ring on your finger. You're allowed to. All right. This one is a fucked up piece of advice. Tip number 6, while you're dating someone, trying to get them to fall in love with you, let him invest his time and energy in you. Now, the fact that she looks like she's wearing a towel in the window is proper motivation. And I remember one time Gen X mom going, now we were married, of course, at this time, but as she did this to me, she goes, we were in bed and she goes, you know, it'd be really sexy. I said, what? She goes, you know, it'd be so hot. I said, what? Gen X mom, just hot air breathing in my ear. She says, you know what would really turn me on? I said, what? Tell me, whatever it is, I'll do it. It would really, really turn me on if you'd go outside and paint the house. She said that. I ran outside half naked, grabbing cans of paint and a ladder. I was a quarter way done with the house before I went, wait a fucking second. What kind of bullshit is that? Boy, she wound me up. She was spinning me like an old school top from the 1920s, and I was going. I was in the, I didn't even think to stop and question it till I was a quarter of the way done. I'm like, fuck. But I don't know that I'd go with this. I don't know that I would try to get him to paint your house for you while you're dating him. I don't know if I do that. I don't know if I can get there from here. What if you can't paint? What if you can't paint a house? I don't know. All right, hold on. Here's another one. Tip number 9, if you're getting a guy to fall in love with you, laugh at all his jokes. Yes, laugh at his jokes, and you laugh like he is the smartest motherfucker on the planet. In fact, when I look back at dating Gen X mom, she did one better. We're in a group setting. We're at a barbecue. We're at a bar. We're out to dinner with some friends or something. Not only would I say something, and she would laugh and laugh and laugh, she touched me. She would just put her hand on my arm or something, and like she was balancing herself because she was laughing so hard at my humor, she couldn't stand up straight. So she'd laugh, and she'd laugh, and she'd grab my, she'd go, that's so, and I'm looking back going, now, I was bamboozled. I look back now with clear vision, hindsight 2020 and all, and I look back on that, and I know what she's doing. I didn't know at the time. At the time, I was like, I'm a goddamn smart motherfucker, and I'm funny as shit, too. That's right. I'm going to get this girl. I'm telling you, this was the classic example of I chased her and chased her and chased her until she caught me. That is a true Gen X phrase. You're going to have to think about it for a minute, but it is accurate. It is goddamn accurate. And there's women listening right now that go, I know what he's talking. I did the same damn thing to my man. I let him chase me until I goddamn caught him. That's what was going on. So I fell for this shit. So it does work. I will tell you right now. Tip number 9 does work. All right, let me see what else we got here. Let's go back over here. Loud One, $200. Now we're at 1,000. Thanks for reminding me, Loud One. Adam Snottleman, 23 ways where there's 3. We love a good meal. Don't unjustly criticize. And we love to see you in the raw. Easy. I know, Adam, that's just like women have 10,000 things on being a man. For us, we have 2. Show up naked and bring alcohol. That's it. Cody Meister, $2. Have a cheers. I just got here and I'm ready. I'm not ready. You have a cheers. I just got here. I'm not ready. The fuck are you talking about? Are you telling me to cheers and you're not ready, Cody? That it sounds like you need to adjust your medication. You're either getting too much or not enough. But I'll drink anyway. All right. Moving on. Let's go back to those pictures. We're not quite done yet. We're getting close. And I'm being yelled at from the other room to check the sheets. Wise and Oak, chase the kitten so you don't have to choke the chicken. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's 100% right. Sandy, if we get to $2,000, will you read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas for us? I'm going to do that anyway. We have the 12 days of Christmas coming up. We are going to do a simulcast live stream 12 days in a row, all at the same time, every night, all the way through the 12 days of Christmas. And on the last one, I am going to read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Why? Because I do that every Christmas Eve for most of my entire life. I read that for the children. They all gather around, and I read it slowly, and I narrate. It's a big book with pictures, and maybe I will take pictures of the pictures, and we'll do it where you guys can see what the book I'm reading from. And I read it very slowly. I narrate it, and I do it every time. And my kids have looked forward to that. Now my grandkids are starting to look forward to it. And I read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" every Christmas Eve. And in fact, I should probably record myself doing it so that when I'm dead and gone, someone can play it back. Because I read it very well. I do a good job at it. I'm well versed. So yeah. Pablo Diablo, can we say Merry Christmas? Why is that so bad? Who am I offending? And why are you not concerned about offending me? Non-Gen Xers need a spanking. I say Merry Christmas because I want to. You can say what you want, when you want, and how you want. It doesn't matter. It's not your responsibility to live your life worrying about offending others. Now, I'm not giving you license to be rude. Don't be a dillhole about it, okay? There's no reason to do that. But you need to live your life with deliberate steps. And remember I said that. Everybody should wake up tomorrow morning and you should live your life deliberately, on purpose. I say with deliberate steps because everybody is so cautious today about offending someone. Do you realize that if we had a national movement of we don't care anymore, I'm sick of being afraid, I'm sick of being scared of what I'm saying. If we had just a national movement of I don't give a shit anymore, I'm not being rude, I'm not trying to offend people, I'm just living my life deliberately, and I don't care if you get offended, that within about a month, all of this woke bullshit would go away. It would just be a small little piece of chatter on the side of the internet that wouldn't be getting much attention at all and nobody would care. But nobody wants to go first. Nobody wants to be the first one to say, I don't care anymore. I'm living my life deliberately, and I have just as much right to fit into this world as you do. And my thoughts are just as valid as yours. And my feelings count just as much as yours. Nobody wants to be first. Because the first one through the wall always gets their nose bloodied, don't they? Well, if you guys watched the World Show yesterday at 10 a.m., I'm going first. I'm going first. I don't know where that's going to land me. I can't say that I'm giving it all that much consideration. But I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I'm going first. Somebody can yell second and third. But I'm going first. Because it's the right thing to do. There is no way when it says Thomas Buys and narrate my life that's Thomas Buys. There's no fucking way that's narrate my life. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, Sugar Mama, $2. Where can I buy a copy of you reading? I'll make one for you, Sammy. Thomas Buys, narrate my life. There is no, I don't, because he used his name, I can't tell you what connection he has in my world, but Thomas, if that was really you and I did narrate your life, and I know almost everything there is to know about your life. I've known you since you were a kid. And I've listened. I've listened from a distance. I will not narrate your life, Thomas. I would do a piss poor job of it because you are a young man that I admire beyond words. And I can't think of anyone else's life that I'm watching with great anticipation in front of you. If you're the Thomas Buys that I, just so you know. If it's a different Thomas Buys, I fucking want to know who you are. But if it is you, then text my phone. If it is you, text my phone, motherfucker. Otherwise, it isn't you. Let's see if they already did. Maybe they already did. I don't know. What am I saying here? Nope. Um, why do I have a thing on my phone checking for Dignity Health? Do I have a doctor's appointment? Fuck. Don't tell me what to do. I'm talking to my friends. Yeah, I want to go to my room. Is that where you're going? I'd love to end up there with you. All right. So where are we at here? Bum, 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 bum. Hold on. We're getting there. Did I miss something there? The Ace Jump Man? No, we got his 50. We're on the right path. All right. I'm not quite ready, so just hold on. Here's another one from the things you're supposed to do. Every guy out there is cringing right now. Every guy out there just took a breath. Tip number 11 for getting a man to fall in love with you, mirror his movement. When he crosses his leg, you cross yours. If he grabs his drink with his right hand, who? Are you fucking kidding me? This is real advice. There's 23 real things. This is number 11. Mirror his movement. Okay, I'm letting you guys know right now. Women, do not fucking do this. Be original. Relax. But if you're watching everything he's fucking doing and you're mirroring his movements, you're fucking creepy. You're fucking weird. There is a problem here. If I'm sitting at a bar, I'm sitting at a table at a restaurant doing something, and every time I cut my steak, you cut your steak. Every time I grab my drink, you grab your drink. I'm going to excuse myself and fucking ghost you the rest of my life. I'll pay the dinner bill, and I will pay for your cab home, but Jesus Christ, do not mirror everything I'm doing. Don't do that. I can't even think of a situation where that would work, but this is advice number 11 from these people that put this shit together. Number 11, mirror his movements. Fuck that. Tomash dropped in another 15. My general, the United States, love all the extras. Tomash, we love you too. Every one of us does. Ron Simmern dropped in another 50, fucking half a C note. Ron's dropping in half a C note like he's got a timer on, like his watch is beeping, and he's like, fuck it, gotta hit send. Where I'm at now, I'm really coming over to visit and show me the barbecue and the amount of money I want to meet your beautiful family. Hey, Ron, next spring we're doing barbecues. We're doing 3 Gen X barbecues, invite only, invitation only at my house. I'm going to have this backyard perfect. I'm going to have everything set to a T. Gen X Mom and I are going to be hosting. There's 3 barbecues next spring and summer that are going to be the fucking coolest ones ever. I promise you, I'm going to have everything set. Ron, you're on the top of the list, buddy. Thomas buys it was really him. Bullshit, I didn't get a text. You got a text? No. I can't believe that shit. That's a story for another time. The man they call Jay, $4.99. 1, to the Nightmare Before Christmas Fund. 2, hey everyone, just saw out Israeli brother. If you saw the Israeli brothers, 2 guys from Israel that guard our borders. The bottom of the glass nation is a nation with a border. There's 2 guys out there. Tomash is number 1, Grizzly's number 2. Don't forget that. All right, back to women trying to figure out men. Even Thomas Buys is looking at this shit, and he's looking over at his chick going, don't fucking mirror me. Thomas Buys looking at his girl going, don't fucking do that. All right? Now, I got to wrap this up a little bit sooner than I'd like. I'm not done yet. No. I'm not done drinking yet. Don't everybody go away. Don't listen to Gen X Mom. Calm your tits. Calm your tits and dicks. Just hold on. I'm going to click a picture right now that almost every one of us had suffered through. Okay? It's good advice. Gen X Mom would be rolling her eyes. Gen X Mom going to grab a pencil and paper and go, holy shit, yep. She's going to have names. I'm not asking her, but I know it. Don't tell him you love him too soon. Don't drop the L word. Don't do that. And look at the picture they drew. I didn't draw these pictures. Where are they? They're in bed. She's sitting there satisfied with her head on a pillow, hearts coming out of her head, looking at him. What's this motherfucker doing? He's on his phone. He's in bed with her on his phone. Why? because she dropped the L word. And why do women do it in the middle of having sex? Like, oh my God, I love you. What are we supposed to say? We got two choices. Well, if we capitulate, and that's not a sexual reference for those of you who don't know. If we go along with it and we say I love you, we're sucked in. But other than that, we have two choices. We can say, I know. Yeah, we can pull the Han Solo. We can pull the Han Solo right there and go, I know. Or we can go Big Bang Theory. Yeah, we can go Penny. We can say, thank you. Thank you for putting that out there. Well done. Don't fucking do this. This is good advice. This is strong advice. Never drop the I love you soon. And don't ever do it in the fucking bedroom. Don't ever. You come out with the I love you too soon. It's like, all right, what the fuck am I into now? And Gen X mom's right now. She goes, this guy and this guy and this guy, motherfucker. Well, it's not really a guy's problem. I mean, people fall in love with Gen X mom. What are you going to do? But you can't do that. That is a big fucking no-no. Now, this one's a little bit weird. I disagree with the advice. There's only a handful of men that are going to get what I'm talking about here. All right? Do make eye contact. Now, when this topic came up, when the line came up, make eye contact, I was like, yes. But admittedly, I had a whole different scenario in my head. It turned out I was fucked up. I was wrong. This was something where you're staring at each other in some wonderful embrace and make eye contact. And I went, yeah, then too, do that. Yeah, that's a good thing. But I got to tell you, I was not what I was thinking. All right. Another good one here, and I'm almost done. Number 12, expose yourself to him. It may sound a little crazy, but this time, man, if 40% of your body, they want you to expose 40% of your body to be exact. Did you read that? 40% of your body to be exact. A scientific study, blah, 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 blah. They want you to, if you're going to make a man fall in love with you, expose 40% of your body. Which 40%? If I get my choice, I can write this shit down for you. I don't mind. But if they're leaving it up to speculation, well, what are you going to do? In general, I'm going to go along with this one. Expose yourself to him. Yes, I think you should. And for every man out there who is a woman who is going to listen to my advice and pursue these courses as I have instructed, you're welcome. Each and every one of you, my man, you're welcome. Oh, this is one that Gen X mom thought of. Make him think the relationship is his idea. I'm going to end the relationship segment of this program with this one. We won't go back to the others. I think we covered them almost all anyway, but let's be fair. Every good, smart, manipulative woman makes us think that everything was our idea. Do they not? They make us think that everything we're doing was our idea from the beginning and how smart we were for coming up with it. And then they pull up alongside of us and go, oh my God, honey, I can't believe you thought of this. I can't believe we've arrived at this station in life. It's all because of you. Yeah, you should do that because we all feel better when we think when something goes great, we want to take credit for it. We don't know how. But if you come along and just go, you did all this, it was all because of you, we pull up our belts a little bit and go, fuck yeah, it's because of me, God damn it. Yes, sir. Yes, that's my redneck hillbilly voice. Shut up. Let me jump over here between the sheets one more time. What do we got? A couple in here. Ron Severn, my wife wants to meet you guys because she's really mad now. And she's saying we better meet these people. Ron, she probably said we better meet these assholes, which just means me. And you can. Ron, email me, genxdad@genxtalks.com. Ron, GenXDad at GenXTalks.com. Ron's wife, since you're listening and watching over his shoulder, GenXDad at GenXTalks.com. We'll figure something out. I promise you. Ron Simmered, $5. My wife is asking, are you going to meet with these people? Yeah, Ron, you just got to take a stand right now, my man. You got to take a stand right now and go, yes, I'm meeting these people. Yes, I'm going to hang out. Yes, we're having a beer. And your wife will fall right in line and go, all right, we're going. Walk with deliberate steps, my friend. All right, let me go back. I'm not going to go to the pictures anymore. I got enough of those. We got those out of the way. Let me go back to my book of lies. Make sure I covered everything. The book called, well, fuck it. Let me scroll. I don't want to talk about him. I do, but I can't. 20 rules. Got that one. Well, I'll save Danielson for the next one. Incoming general. Unofficial sponsors. We got that one. You guys don't want to hear about the Mormons coming to my house. That's a fucking story. Raise my children. What's that? Well, Gen X mom says, yeah, they do. All right. Well, then I have to. Loud One. Ron needs to come to. I know, Loud One. Wouldn't that be badass for Ron to come to Vegas, bring his wife, hang out, have a few drinks? I'm telling you, the Vegas trip is turning out to be a pivotal event. I'm so looking forward to meeting you guys. I'm going to selfishly ask for pictures. Please, can I take a picture with you? Please, can I know who you are, your name? I desperately want to do it. I know it's selfish of me, but I want it. All right. Drinking again, pouring a drink. Everybody take a time, pour a little shot for yourselves. Ron Simmered, laughing his ass off. Wynand, what? That can't be a fucking real name. Wynand Esterhuizen. Wynand Esterhuizen? Hello from South Africa? First of all, badass that you're from South Africa. I'm digging that shit right off the bat. And I'm sorry I'm butchering your name. Wynand Esterhuizen. Wynand Esterhuizen. I wonder if it's German and you say the W like a V. Wynand Esterhuizen. Hello from South Africa. It could be. And I know I mixed the German with Scottish in there, but that's okay. I'm drinking. I'm trying to whine it, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry I'm fucking your name up. Cody Meister, another swig. I'm doing it right now. Loud One. How many tickets are left for the special event? I'm not sure, Loud One, but there's not a ton left. If people, I don't know where, if one of the moderators wants to put up the link to the tickets, but you're going to be upset if you can't go to the special event. I'm serious. The Two Bear and Lion are going to be standing at the door. It's a fire marshal rule. There's only so many people can get in. You got to have a ticket. You're not getting in. You can't be like, hey, man, I've been a fan of yours for like a year. I can't get you in if you don't buy the ticket. You got to buy the fucking ticket. Yeah, look, Trippy put it up there right now. Trippy Pineapple, swinging that blue wrench right now. You got to go buy the ticket or you don't get in. Fuck it. You'll get one of these in the mail. But if you don't get one, you can't get in. That's the rule. And I know people are going to be fucking mad. Ron Simmered, Ron Earl Simmered, and my wife is Karen. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. I'll fuck up that last name and then she'll be mad at me forever. Chush, Wedding and Bowling. More wedding, just so you know. It's a VIP suite and they're beautiful. I've looked at them. All right, so the Mormons come to my house. You know how they do that? What? God, she's just yelling at me in here. Cody Meister says $5, another swig, cheers. I already got that one. Weiden Eislerhausen, you are butchering it, but close enough. I'm sorry. Weinens, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Look, I've had a few drinks and I'm dumb anyway. Okay, $3 word guy. You got like a $12 name. I can't help you with that. I'm trying. Ron Simmer, name dates. I told you, Ron. How much have you been drinking, Ron? It's on the kids' website. Okay? It's on the kids' website, genxtalks.com. Just look for the Vegas logo. But it's January 13th, 14th, and 15th. It's really, really going to be fucking cool. All right. So the Mormons come to my house. They go through the neighborhoods just like they do yours, and they walk around. The only person who's exempt from that is Lionheart, because everyone in town knows that he has a yellow flag with a black dot, which is quarantine, and he flies it all the time, so everybody stays the fuck away. Cops won't even go there because it's quarantine. He's an old pirate from the 17th or 16th century. The other one is Mrs. Fort Watton. Mrs. Fort Watton doesn't have to worry about Mormons because there is a path that winds all the way through her 15 acres to the front door, and it turns out to be like a 9-mile walk. And Mormons are very obedient, so they follow the path. They get to her house. By the time they get there, like, fuck it, we don't care anymore. Just point us to the driveway. We're leaving. And that's how that goes. All right. And there's a kid's dog. All right. So Mormons come to the door. Now, I got to tell you that in my youth, I didn't care. It's like, hey, I'm not interested. See you later. Right? That's fair. But after I got a little older and I got a little seasoned, I became more seasoned, as they say, I would invite the Jehovah's Witnesses into my house. I would invite the Mormons into my house. Now, I would like to say, in the beginning, this drove my wife, Gen X mom, bananas. But she got used to it and embraced it and everything was fine. No, she told me I was an asshole from day one all the way up till now. Actually, what happens now, they come through the neighborhood, and on every religion, we are on their do not knock list. Yes. I even asked them one time, I said, hey, you skipped my house. Yeah, you're on the don't fucking knock on the door list, dude. They really have that. They have the do not knock on the door list. All right. So the Mormon one, the kids always watched me do this. My kids would always look over the staircase and hang around corners. And finally one time I brought the Mormons in, and there was two young, it was a man and a woman, and they were in their 20s, and they brought an old dude who was in his 50s. And I can say old because at the time he was older than me. Now, just pay attention. Everybody younger than me is a kid. Everybody older than me is an old man. So if I call you an old man, you're an old man. If I call you a kid, you're a fucking kid. Why? Because you're younger than me. That's the rule. Get used to it. Now, so I sat the kids down at a distance. They all want to see, all right, here Dad goes again. So the Mormons come in, and they're doing their spiel, and I'm excited. I said, you know what? I've been waiting for you guys to come by. Come on in. My wife's going to bring out juice and cookies, and I want to hear everything about the Book of Mormon. So they're excited. They come in. I got all my kids here, and everybody's got juice and cookies. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready to be Mormon. Let's go. They start talking. Halfway through the thing, I said, hey, I'm just, I'm waiting for the part about multiple wives. I dig that. I want to move to Utah. I want to become a Mormon. I want to have 6 wives, and I want one to be blonde, and I want a redhead, and I want one girl to be very, very robust. And as I'm talking, they said, whoa, sir, we don't do that anymore. I said, what? Why not? That was a thing. Well, we've changed how we do it. I said, wait a minute. So having multiple wives was biblical and scriptural and part of your religion, and now it's not? Did your scripture change? Did God rewrite your Book of Mormon? No, he didn't rewrite the book, but we've done a little more digging into the scriptures, and we've kind of modified our position. I said, whoa. You modified your position on scripture? So you were wrong for a bunch of years, but you're right now? Maybe years from now, they'll think you were wrong now and modify again. I don't know if I'm liking that. I don't know that I like the ebb and flow of a religion that just changes with the times. Either what you're saying is right, true, and just, or it's not. You're kind of setting me back here a little bit. So we moved on. And they said, well, in the Book of Mormon, I said, hold on. I want to do this right. I want to do this correctly. I want to do this right. Let me do this with you. I ran and got my Bible, which is on this shelf right behind me. And I sat down and I said, okay, what are we talking about? I said, the Book of Mormon. I said, okay. And I opened up my Bible and I was thumbing through. I said, wait, you know what? I'm sorry. It's a little embarrassing for me. Where's where's the Book of Mormon? New Testament, Old Testament? I'm sorry. Well, it's not in the New or Old Testament. It's a whole separate book. And I went, what? I said, your Book of Mormon's not even in the Bible? I don't get it. I said, how did that happen? I said, well, the Book of Mormon was actually written and scripted on the North American continent back when the Bible was written at a different time. There was passages, and I said, well, why wasn't it included in the Bible? Well, at the time, God couldn't get the Book of Mormon from the North American continent over to the Holy Lands, and so when it was scripted, they didn't have it, but they had it, and then later it was given to in a vision, and they took it and put it in. I said, whoa, stop. I said, I'm sorry, I'm out. I can't do this. And the old guy says, why can't you do this? I said, well, I listened very carefully to what you said. But when I was asking you how come the Book of Mormon couldn't get into the Bible because it was on the North American continent and then it was over the Holy Lands, it was put together, you said God couldn't get the book over to there. There wasn't any means. There wasn't transportation. There wasn't boats that could travel. I said, you said God couldn't. That's what you said. I am not down with any religion where the God of that religion can't do something. He's God. And I stood there and I stood up and I said, I'm not mad, but I'm out. I said, not only do you freely admit you modify religion as you go on, but you just said God couldn't. Whatever God you're talking about, if he couldn't do something, I'm not with him. I'm going to find a God that can do anything. So I gotta gracefully ask you guys to take your juice and cookies and go. That happened probably 4 times before we were put on the list of do not knock on this dude's door. And every single time when I asked them about how come the Book of Mormon wasn't, they said, well, God couldn't get it. There was no boats at the time to travel that sort of distance across the Atlantic Ocean. They said it the same way every time. God couldn't. So I bowed out. It was the same with Jehovah's Witnesses, where they said there's 144,000. And I saw someone talk about this in the comments just now. Didn't see who was talking, telling a story. And then they said, well, you get 144,000 people saved. I went, shit, I'm out. And the Jehovah's Witnesses, well, why are you out? I said, well, you said only 144,000 could be saved. I'm quite confident by now 144,000 people have been converted and are going to be saved. I'm not as arrogant. I'm out. I'm sure they probably fucking figured out 144,000, 300 years ago. The rest of us are just fucked. Stuff like that got me on the do not call list. So just so you know, that's the playful, energetic way. But I brought him in. I sat him down, and I'm not a great philosophical scholar of the Bible. $3 words, nuts and bolts, looking out my front door, shit like that. You guys know how that goes. That's all I'm talking about. So there's your fucking story. All right, where are we at? All right, we're 2 hours and 15 minutes in. I'm going to whore myself out, and I need my moderators to help me out here to finish this thing up. All right? I got to do it. Go to the picture, go to the bottom. You guys need to remember. Let me go back up. Where is it? Tip 2, gone. All right. You guys need to look at the podcast. It's coming out on Thursdays. It drops every Thursday at midnight. Loud Trouble is currently sponsoring our podcast to keep us going, to keep us doing this. The last 6-7 episodes have been such a dramatic increase in vocalization, in downloads, in shares. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. The podcast is growing faster per capita than anything we've got going on. I'm letting you guys know. And to be fair, those of you who listen to the podcast, Gen X Mom steals the fucking show every time. Literally every time. GS Patrick, $5. Do not knock list. Mute button. Bet this man holding peaches too. Nail fun. Gen X Mom picking up the lots. Yeah, she has been. That GX Patrick's right. Gen X Mom has been picking up the slack on all this shit lately. She is absolutely been the centerpiece of the podcast. If you guys don't get enough of her, go to the podcast. It is so wonderful when she gets behind that microphone with no camera on to interact with me and the status of the day. If you guys want to listen to something, that's it. Really, that's it. The other thing is Discord. Don't be afraid of the name Discord. You guys all remember chat rooms. Discord is just, they'll put up the link for you. Discord is just a bunch of chat rooms. You log in. It's free. It's absolutely free. The podcasts are free. The Discord is free. We're not doing this stuff to make a living. We're doing this stuff because it's fun communicating at a level where we can relate to people just like you. That's it. Everything we survive on is with donations. There's no fee for anything. Just go and have at it. Now, Discord is a bunch of chat rooms. There's a talk about politics. There's a room about guns. There's rooms about everything. You just go find out, and there are people just like you talking cool shit. Discord is one of the coolest things ever because it's where we hang out between live streams. I'm gonna try to go there tonight if I can get away from Gen X Mom, who admittedly will be clawing and tearing at my clothes after this is over because this was such a great event. And I have to tell her, no, calm down. I have to go to my people, my friends. I got to go. I can't be having any of this sexual tension put on me. I will forego that. I will try to forego that to go to the Discord server because it's fun going in there and we continue the conversations at street level where we all just hang out. Discord is a fun place to go. Trippy Pineapple does all the laboring in there, and Lionheart is the supreme overlord. There's two guys in there that keep the peace and help everybody out. Discord's a great place to go. All right. Real quick there, Vegas is the place to go here. If you want to go to Vegas, it's vegas@genxtalks.com. Let us know that you're planning on going or you're thinking about going. Vegas at Gen X Talks is a big deal. The podcast is sponsored by Loud Trouble LLC. Badass motherfucker from two countries. A personal friend of mine. I love the guy a ton. That's about it. I don't know where else to go with this other than go back to the live stream. Listen, I got to go, you guys. Gen X Mom, as you guys know, she has stuck this out longer than she ever does. What is it normally? You guys know, about an hour and 20 minutes, she's gone. She's hurting. She's tired of being in that office. She says, I got to go. And she comes on the microphone, she leaves, and she stuck it out the whole time. She did. For you guys, not for me. She did it for you guys. Listen, I do have to go. I got to get out of here. But I thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate every one of you. The donations tonight are going to go to the cause of the people that can't go. And we're going to try to make as many people go as we can. We're going to help out as many as we can. And yes, you've done your part. I will wear the fucking Santa suit. Remember, the 12 days of Christmas are starting soon. The website's going to be updated tomorrow. There's 2 days where Gen X Mom is baking cookies. She's baking stuff live. She's going to talk. And I think Gen Z Kid's girlfriend is coming over to participate. So it's just for fun. It's not like she is a great baker and she's going to teach you guys. You know, who cares? It's just for fun. And it's going to be a good time. And you know how much she doesn't like being on camera. I'm very impressed she's going on. Okay? Usually, you guys got to pay $50 a pop to be part of her OnlyFans page. And she's doing this one for free. Dressed. Okay? Dressed. All right. So it's going to be fun. 12 Days of Christmas is going to be a blast. It's going to be a good thing to watch and go do. And you guys just need to participate and hang out. Just turn it on and watch or listen. It'll be great. She's a little nervous about doing it because she doesn't know how to do the live stream herself, but as she's going to try, I'm going to be there with her. It's going to be a wonderful event. 12 days in a row. They're all sponsored. There's going to be trivia every single day. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I don't know where you guys are listening from. I don't know what part of the world you're in. I don't know whether you're listening on AM, FM, Sirius XM radio, or if you're part of the Armed Service Radio Network. But I want to tell you, thank you for listening. I know you guys give up your time, and that's the most important thing to me. Yes, I very much love the donations you put in. They go to good causes. When you guys were taking care of Buford, it was the best thing ever. When you guys are taking care of people that can't go to Vegas, best thing ever. My throat's closing up. I'm sorry. Hang on. I do apologize for that. Got to the end of it. It was just you guys closing up a little bit. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for being part of Gen X Talks. Thank you guys for joining the kids' channel and doing all that you do for him. Thank you guys for loving my family and not making fun of them whenever we do something crazy and stupid like a podcast or a video where Gen X Mom's involved too, or one of my daughters, which is rare, but they do happen. I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate you just following. Thank you very much for wasting time with Gen X Talks. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.